step in the castle, ain't no clout needed. VQ got the T and the facts come receipted. Receipts on deck, so don't gas the lie. We break it down slow, don't blink, don't try. No pick-me moves, no internet threats. She checks the story first, then clears the rest. Just a castle, where opinions breed. But you better come correct when you speak on V. She cool, but don't get it confused. She got patience, but don't misuse. You came for the vibes, now buckle up tight. The castle got range, truth, sass, and insight. Ooh, childlike, what you thought this was? A clickbait crew or a drama buzz? Nah, boo, we layered, grown and rare. Drop a crown in the chat if you really care. No kids over here in Castle Land, and every single queen got a voice to stand. You don't need permission to tell your truth, but just know we got files, no need for proof. She said it once, that was plenty to know. Platinum is still loving it over here, and yeah, I show. I be chilling in the chat, then I speak with a smile. We don't air no CCs without facts on file. See, feelings valid, that's castle law. No silencing, no petty flaw. You can vent, you can cry, you can call it out. If you fake, we gon' call it without a doubt. We were going back and forth, but we settled the mess. Now we building like queens, clean and blessed. Ain't no clicks, just truth and grown. If you moving with lies, keep that shit at home. Go ahead, hit that notification bell. Like, comment, subscribe, it's free as well. This ain't no surface convo zone. We get deep, we drag, we stand alone. Membership, holding the heat on hush. That castle content hit with a quiet rush. You either in or out, no halfway space, but the doors stay open and you're always safe.
Welcome to the castle, everybody, come and chat. There's no fun in the bushes. Ooh, child, alike, okay. Yep, I sure do.
Hi guys, I missed y'all. Woo, welcome back to the castle, guys. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope the audio is clear and not static, okay? But let's see who's all up in here. Um, hey Golden, thank you. How you doing, Golden? Hey, Timothy. Timothy said, I miss you so much, Queen. Happy to see you back. How are you? How are you doing, Golden? Well, you didn't ask me how I'm doing, but I miss you too, Timothy. I miss all of y'all. Okay. I miss all my castle residents and my castle cousins. Hey, hey, Clarissa. Clarissa said, hallelujah. Clarissa, you are hilarious. Clarissa said, hallelujah, you are back. Hi, Queen, Golden, Timothy. Yes, Clarissa, I am back, girl. Oh my gosh, you are funny. Let's see. He said the live will be starting. Hey, Plats. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Clarissa, you made me laugh. But that's all for now. Hey, Big Tasty. Congrats, Big Tasty went live for the first time, y'all. She did. And I missed it. I was so bummed. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. I missed Big Tasty going live for the first time ever on YouTube. I was definitely bummed about that, okay? But I did catch the replay. Shout out to you, Big Tasty. You could do it. You got this, girl. You said happy to see you. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen Sugar Shay, say happy to see you. I'm happy to see y'all too. You took it down? Yeah, I figured that out because I went on my community tab and I noticed that it was gone. So I just removed the post. But yeah, y'all, we don't have no title or anything. I hopped on real quick to say hi. I missed y'all. And first of all, I do want to apologize. Okay. Let me apologize. You're going to be like, Vicky, girl, what you apologizing for? But I'm going to tell you. The last time we went live, right? When I ended that live, I didn't think, and this is always what happened to me. I didn't think that that was going to be my last live for 4 days. Okay. So in my little head, I'm thinking, oh, I'll be live tomorrow or the next day or whatnot. But then I got busy with real life. You know, school in Florida start next Monday on the 11th. So yeah, this week is kind of busy, just all the little finishing touches. But that's what I've been doing, open house, conference, meet the teacher, all of this excitement. Yeah. It's baby girl's last year of elementary. Elementary stop at the 5th grade. So yeah, we're excited about that. So that's what I've been doing, being a mother. Life has been lifing. But I do, from a business standpoint, it was tacky the way I left because I never even said, oh, I'm not going live, or I don't know. One night roll around and I'm like, I don't want to go live. Then the next night roll around, I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want to go live. Then the next night, now by the time we turn around and look, we was on night number 4. Okay. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, girl. Charmaine. But listen, if you go to the channels that I go, you've seen me around. And my castle residents, they did not even get a chance to miss me because I honestly, every day, if you don't see me on public YouTube, I'm still active on membership. Okay. I just don't, I didn't neglect them. So yeah, they saw me every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we're, let me just say that. But it's good to see y'all up in here. So yep, I did see Charmaine. So Charmaine ain't got to say, oh, she missed me and all that. We was in a chat together. And I pretty much saw all of y'all except Timothy. So yeah, that's what's up. So I do have a open panel. You say we understand you're a wife and a mom. Yeah, and my family always gonna come first. But I know consistency is key on YouTube. But I've been sitting back and I've been seeing. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say, "Oh, I don't see nothing that's going on." I still be roaming. I still be in the bushes listening. Some channels I literally stop like going to. It's too dark, too much going on for me. And let me just say, like, the stuff that I see is going on out here. It's very interesting actually. Hey Deidre. You said we understand. But how you doing, Deidre? Yeah, it's very interesting the stuff that I see going on in street sector. People be trying to tell me what to do with my mods. And then at the end of the day, they'd be like, you need to tell your mods don't do this. You need to tell your mods to do this. They're always worried about me and my moderators, but they can't tell them and their moderators what to do. They can't even control their own camp, but they try to control the castle. Ain't that something? You said, DJ, I need to talk to you. Do you have IG? Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've been looking back. I'm like, my. The same people that be trying to run the castle can't even run their own channel. Okay. What else happened out here? As far as the audio situation, periodically we give commentary on audio because technically he's beef sector, or maybe he don't even want to be. I take that back. I'm not gonna put a label on him and say he's beef sector because I don't know him that well to just say you're beef sector. You know what I'm saying? I overstepped my boundaries just now. But what I will say is he be over here and he be in beef sector too. So sometimes we give commentary on audio, right? So I will say I have been seeing the stuff and I have been in his chat being supportive, what he's going through or whatnot. I kind of wish if he stopped by the castle, maybe I could just give him a word of advice, not to get in his relationship or his friendship or his entanglement, whatever label you want to put on it. But just from a CC to a CC, if he stopped by or audio, if you don't stop by and you happen to hear this, okay? A word of advice, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I've been there before where stuff happened, in a entanglement, and then the whole internet have stuff to say. I will tell you what a good friend of mine told me, and she was right. Okay, and I kind of wish I had listened from day one. So if y'all don't know, I have um I have Gemini as my moderator, and Gemini is also audio's moderator. Okay, Gemini have never been in any mess. She's very loyal. Even if she mod for two people, I'll just give an example. Like she modded for SK for the longest, Avatar Nation, right? When Lemon branched out and he started having his own channel, it was automatic. We're gonna go support Lemon, right? But what I will say is when SK and Lemon fell out and they had their whole disagreement and whatnot, Gemini didn't sit there and just say, "Oh, I was riding with SK first, so I'm gonna go ahead and just choose SK." No, she was neutral throughout the whole thing. So I guess I brought that up to make an example to say, not because Gemini is Audio's mod and she's Lemon's mod or whatever, she's gonna pick a side. She honestly don't roll like that. And it's somebody I know in real life, okay? Um, and I brought that up because bitches be trying to throw stuff like, oh, she this and oh, she that. No, don't come for my friend. What you will never do is come for my friend. Okay? I don't care which bushes I'm in, and you coming for my friend, I'm gonna drop down because that's somebody that always defend me when I'm not present in real life and on this app. Okay? So yeah. So basically what I wanted to tell audio was if I could go back from today one, when my shit hit the internet and my friend told me, pay them bitches dust, because at the end of the day, VQ, it don't matter what you tell these people. You could be the best person that walked this earth. When they have their mind made up of whatever they heard or whatever they thought, you could come on here, yell and scream from now until tomorrow. They're still going to have their mind made up of who they think you are. Okay. And she was so right. You will forever be running around the internet trying to defend yourself, trying to defend your name. And people already got their mind made up about who they think you are. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Fifi. I know I saw it, but I wanted to finish my thought before I forget. But it's good to see you, Fifi. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Let me get my thing. So yeah, shout out to you, Fifi. Thank you so much, hon. I hope you're doing well. And when is your first live? I'm still waiting. Hey, do or die. I don't think I missed anybody else, right? So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. And if you happen to go through, which I don't recommend online relationships, none whatsoever, especially if you're a CC talking to another CC and you know the minute you piss them off, they're going to hit that button and go live, or a CC messing with a subby. Because at the end of the day, that CC, once you piss that subby off, oh, they're going to try to build a whole channel off the back of your name. Y'all done seen it happen. Okay? They literally just get with you the minute shit don't work out. Now they want to be a CC. And they build a whole channel, sometimes two or three, off the strength of your name. Okay? Don't do it. Do not do it. Hold on, y'all. Hey,
Hey, how you doing, Queen? It's me.
whoa, Jesus. Oh, Lord. I can't. Hold up. This sound is terrible. Let me try to fix it. Hold on. Say something?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, much better. Thank
Okay,
you. Let
no
me let me
problem.
finish my thought 1 second, okay?
Oh yeah,
Give me a
go ahead.
minute. Yeah, but it's good to see you, Tim.
Go.
So yeah, y'all. So that's what I wanted to say. Like when and I mean it's very hard when people be sitting there like just talking about you, talking about you. to not defend yourself. But I promise you, I wish I could go back to July 4th, actually, I think it was minding my business for the 12 days or whatever. I was minding my business for 12 days. I would have kept minding my business for 13. Deleted his stuff, or he put them on private, or he put them on membership. But his videos are gone, his live streams are gone, right? I just want to say, like, if you feel like you know yourself and you feel like you want to take a mental break off this app, don't worry about what nobody telling y'all. You say I'm going in and out. Oh gosh. You said no sound. I wasn't even looking at the chat, so I didn't even see them. Let me see something. Am I better? Let me know, y'all. I try to fix it. Now I got to see if they say I'm going in and out. Tim, you know what you could do for me, please, until I finish just doing my commentary? You are not bothering me. Let me just say that you're not bothering me. You're actually about to help me. What you can do for me, once we fix the audio, if I'm talking and they need to get my attention right away, can you please tell me? Because I'm not even looking at the chat.
Yes, I will.
Okay. They say I'm better. Okay, thank you. So Tim gonna watch y'all. Tim gonna babysit everybody in the chat. Let me stop. And he gonna tell me. Thank you, Tim. So look, what I was telling y'all. Oh yeah. So when he say stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna I'm getting off this app. Peace out. I'm back to real life. Whatever." Um, my thoughts on that. Great. Take your break. If you feel like you're so upset to the point where you need to take a mental break, don't let nobody on here tell you that it's not okay to take a mental break. You know yourself. And if you know that you're one of those people that go from 0 to 100 and you liable to even have crazy thoughts of hurting somebody or whatever, I suggest and I recommend and I approve of you taking a mental break. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say. And this coming from a place of love. I'm not being malicious. I just know I wish somebody was like how I am with audio right now. I wish somebody was this way with me last year. That was a CC. Mm-hmm. Everything doesn't need to be like ha ha ha. Everything is funny, whatever. Wish we told them. We told them about it. We told them it was gonna happen, but it's not the time to just sit there and just, rub somebody whatever they're going through in their face, if that makes sense. So I just felt like I needed to say that. Don't ever let nobody tell you that if you want to log off YouTube for 3 days, you're whatever name they want to put on it. Oh, you acting like a girl. Oh, you're soft. Yeah, I'll be a girl all day when it comes to my mental health. Okay, so that's where we at. But I don't think I Let me see what else happened real quick. Then we gonna go to Tim. Oh, so I do know that earlier. Shout out to the person that sent me that receipt. Kari made a post over there that she basically made a post that the police was called to their house again. Okay. Hey, Rack, how you doing? Good to see you. So if y'all did not see Kari's post, she did make a post probably about 4 hours ago now, saying that the police was called to her house. Okay, it's an ongoing issue over there. And that was pretty much it. I know I saw her went live twice. I don't know what the lives was about because I didn't listen to them. Okay, what else happened? Just off the top of my head. I know West Cindy was over there saying that today is her son's birthday, the baby boy. I know one of them, Thomas, and what's the other one name? Momo. So today was supposed to be Momo's birthday. I did catch that. And I know Vaughn have been going live several times a day. And I did click on, gave him his thumbs up. I was silently watching and listening. Him and the babies was just doing their, regular little routine. Them standing at the door looking out, door open, letting in fresh air, whatever. And I'm so happy for them. Like they're actually like the babies, they're so in their element. They just throwing pillows, they playing with each other. Then I know today, the live that he did earlier, he actually said that he did their hair. The little girl had knockers in her hair. Too cute. Okay. So make sure y'all go over there and check him out. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Copper. What's up, Copper? Hey, Rhonda. How y'all doing? But I think that was pretty much it for my commentary for now. Because I don't think I remember anything else right off the top of my head. Okay. But what's up, Tim? How you been? Tim?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I had myself on mute. Okay, okay, I'm here. Um, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah. And I was watching the comments. Make sure. I got your back. On the comments like you told me to do. I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. You okay? You okay? Everything's good. I'm just happy to see you back. I want to welcome you back to the castle. You know what I'm saying? I was knocking on the door on the castle. I was knocking on the door, no answer. I was like, Anybody home?"
Ah, shout out to everybody that left me a comment. You left me a comment. I don't have to put nobody on blast. They know who they are. Like, girl, are you okay? Where you at? I'm okay, y'all.
Yeah, I had a search team. I had a search team. The castle search team was looking for you. You know what I'm saying? I called my search, but I called my I called my king search squad to look for you. We were looking for you all over the place. We look in waters. We look all over the place. We look on the ground all the way up, and we didn't found you yet until one night. Until one night you pop on.
Y'all funny. I'm like, dang, I didn't even realize that people would actually, how you just know, people gonna miss you. But then when it actually happened and people actually think about me and be like, girl, where you at? And, leave a comment.
Right,
Just to let you know that I crossed your mind, that's huge to me. Because you didn't have to think about me. Look how big
right,
YouTube is.
right,
Yeah. So I'm like, that's what's up.
right. YouTube, yeah. You gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see too many people caring about each other on YouTube. You don't see a lot of that. You can see a lot of beef and drama going on. That's what some people think it's made for. But really, YouTube is not really made for that. Because if you look at it, and I'll give you some facts. If you look at it, you know, the real big YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? Like ones got millions of views. That you realize it, they don't have no drama on that platform. That you know what I'm saying? If they drama do come, they get them out of there. So that platform to grow. So to make your platform grow is like to attract more people is having peace. Let people get that point off. Let people come in and you just come in and bring that character, but at the same time, as long as it's peaceful, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying. As
yeah.
long as it's something, it's going to
Hold
help.
on. Hold
I'm
on
go ahead.
real quick.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Hold on.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hey.
Hey,
Well, hello.
well, hello, hello, everyone. Welcome
Hey,
to the castle. Hey, Timothy,
what's up? What's up?
please like the live and share it on your channel if possible. If you look to the right, you see that red heart emoji? Hit that as well. It helps with the channel. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I
Thanks,
can see you,
Goldie.
Goldie. I see you, Goldie. But yeah, I was saying. Um, so that's why that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they help you trying to grow. It's like that's why I did my homework on bigger YouTube channels. And it's like they're growing every day because they don't help that drummer mess, that threats, making threats. They don't have none of that going on on our YouTube page.
You know what? It's so crazy that you said that because literally, like an hour ago, I was watching one of my favorite channels, The Loyal Family. It's a Jamaican guy, and he go with a Spanish girl, right? They're married, and they got little kids and the whole, dog and the whole nice family. So they went live, and it was so crazy because I'm like, they never have drama. Only one time when somebody was trying to spin a narrative on their name and they had to come out publicly and address it. It was another YouTuber that was their friend, right? This person was actually like used to go to their kids' party, barbecues, hanging out in the backyard on the deck type of stuff. And they came on the internet, trying to use their name for clout. But they went live early because they wanted when the subscribers rolled over and it turned to 2 million, they was on live. And I was present when that thing rolled over and said 2 million. Okay. So that was huge. And the why I brought it up is because no drama, and on top of that, they don't have no mods. They just let everybody run wild. I mean, the chat is moving so fast, first of all. Why even have a mod? It's so many people in the chat. You know what I mean? You can't even catch a comment even if you tried to.
Yes, you're right. Because it's so many. You gotta look at this. It's so many words is going so fast, and I don't know how you can read them that fast. I mean, it's just constantly going seconds. I mean, it's just seconds, just constantly words, just thousands of words just coming at once. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how you can keep up with all that, but it's like but they always pay attention on what they came to do. Like saying that broadcast, like if it's like they commentaries is on something else, they're gonna keep it at that point. They're gonna keep going with it. And
Mm-hmm.
whoever disrespect that broadcast, uh, they're getting them out of there. They ain't gonna pay no attention. They just gonna get them out of there. So it's like, see, it works together. It's like it comes together. It's like when you got somebody peaceful with you and know helping your channel to grow, then that's the people you keep around you. And
Yeah.
and never forget that.
Hey, Black Diamond. Hey, Living to Life. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
You know
They
what,
speaking to
Timothy?
y'all in the chat.
Hey,
Yeah.
Black Diamond and Living the Life. That's funny you're talking about that, Timothy, because I was just really thinking about that. And I was thinking like comparing like these channels with other channels. And I was like, the one thing that I know that those other channels are not connected and involved with are trash channels or any kind of sector. They're just independent and they just doing their thing. And if you notice, they don't have a lot of extra drama. Like every time they begin their commentary, they got to start cussing somebody out about something they did on their channel, or that somebody, or somebody is on their channel harassing them, or just things like that. They're not involved with any kind of sectors or communities. They're just some independent people who started up their channel and they did not get involved with a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yes.
Yeah.
noticed that, like King Carlos or Carlos King, whatever his name is, he gives his commentary, and you don't see a bunch of riffraff or people tagging him and talking crazy and claiming they're going to dox him. None of that goes on. Even with Nick, I don't really see a lot of drama. What is it, Nick at Night? It's like certain ones. And I'm not like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
one thing that I had just been thinking about that. And one thing I know, they're not connected with groups. No matter, even if it's indirectly or kind of, sort of, nothing. They're just totally independent. And I think that's probably the best way to go.
Y'all
Yeah.
rolling in tonight. Hey, Big Cap and hey, Miss Darlene. How you doing, y'all?
Oh
Everybody up
yeah.
in here.
Yes. On another platform, Cowboy Nation on a bigger platform, they call me preacher, pastor, but it's called me Pastor Timothy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a nickname they give me. They give me over there because I give it out good knowledge. That was like we speak out good knowledge. We love you here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people don't realize it when I go on YouTube. They don't really know me like that because they think I'm a stranger. But at the same time, you know, it's like people starting to get to know me because I keep it on the download because it's like I don't want to see it's like this. I'm not here to attract attention or here to track get more views and things like that. I'm here to do the right thing by God. You know what I'm saying? Be my own man. And show people it's better in life to come on YouTube, jump on YouTube, and and attract drama and making threats. And I trying to help them people by spreading the good word on YouTube because you don't see a lot of that going on. So I'm sorry to spread a good word by God, so hopefully they can follow God and they can understand forgiveness can come. You could have forgiveness and that can change. I believe that
Mhm.
can change. But if they want to change, I'm just here to help those who want to change, who want that help, and and it's like some people, I know, call me preacher Timothy for a reason, because I try to help those who need it, who need it. That's what I'm here to do.
Well, you're
Thank you.
absolutely correct about helping those who want the help. I think you said something like that because you can waste a lot of time with people who really don't want to change and don't want. And I know it. I know about it. But many of us will still try. And I'm telling you, just me being on YouTube and within this community sector, whatever you want to call it, just a waste. Donating, helping, reaching out to people who really don't want it. You got to want the help. You got to really want to change. You got to really want something. Uh, for people to, you know what I mean? You got to want the
Right,
help, period. I mean, it's a
right,
waste for you to be reaching out to people who really don't want a change. I mean, how can you change somebody? And it's just like how within this community and sector, they like to use the excuses they're young. They want people to give them a pass, and it's like it's ridiculous and crazy because we don't even give teenagers and children that many passes. It's just like when I was sharing this with my brother the other day about being on this YouTube stuff. Like he says, if they know right from wrong, there is no excuse. I'm just young. And I don't know where that came from and when they started this. I'm just young, but I don't ever recall using that as an excuse for stuff that I did. You know, how the hell you just young, but you know better. You're not retarded. You're not special needs of any kind mentally, where it can affect you making proper decisions at 20 years old, 19, 18 years. You know what you're doing when you're doing it. And when your intention is not good when you're doing it. But when it doesn't come out well for you, you come and cry. And then you use the excuse, I'm just young. No, that's not an excuse because guess what? There are people who are 50, 60-year olds that are doing that same dumb shit. It's not that you're young, it's just that you're trifling or you just thinking you're going to get by. For example, West Indy. She went over there crying about the lady giving her a 1 star and complaining that she wasted all that time doing nothing. West Indy knew what she was doing when she walked in there. First of all, I noticed one thing within this sector and community. These people, I don't know if it's intentionally or they just slow, but they have poor comprehension. I can say all of what I'm saying right now, and tomorrow somebody will say I said something different or change up the story. That woman told her specifically, don't do two of the rooms. So she took it as don't do the go upstairs at all. She should have verified it, but she didn't. But she knew that they gave her 3 hours. And she knew that that was more than enough time to complete whatever she thought she was supposed to complete downstairs. And what did she do? She took advantage of that. She tried to play those people. She slowly did the work and didn't do much of anything because it wasn't much to do until she utilized all 3 of those hours, which should have been used upstairs. And she so stupid, she even told the woman, she's so unprofessional. She was telling the woman, God don't like ugly and God. I mean, that is not even something you tell a client. But she's so stupid. She told the woman that she took her time because she wanted to get her hours in. I'm like, she didn't told on herself. So you took advantage of time instead of saying, hey, it only took me an hour. And then they could have said, oh, well, no, you need to do upstairs, or just been honest about it, where a person could say, oh, you know what, I'm going to hire her again because she showed me something about herself. But what I'm saying is that when they do trifling stuff like that and they know what they're doing, they like to make up an excuse. You know, I'm just still young. I'm just still learning. I was in my teens and wasn't even saying that, and let alone when I was a young woman. These people are just poor excuses, period. And the more these other people try to take up for them and not recognize that they made bad decisions along with other people, because it takes two. These people are not retarded and slow, and they know their intention. Okay. The worse this community, and it's really within the Black community. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Timothy and Vibes. I just had to say that because I'm sick of these people talking about, yeah, that girl, she young. How the hell is she young? Is she a girl and she in her 20s? Okay. We don't even give teenagers that much grace. How the hell they young and early 30s or young, you know what I'm saying? At 18 years old, any fucking thing I did, oh, anything, excuse my French, anything that I did that was wrong, I knew I was doing it when I did it. I just thought I could get away with it.
You're right.
Yeah, speaking the truth, for real.
Even when I was a teenager and we were doing things, we knew what we were doing was wrong. It wasn't like, I'm just young and still learning. No, I'm not 2 or 3 years old. People want to spank a little toddler and you know what I mean? About not doing right. So you mean to tell me that the toddlers could be popped on the butt and slapped on the hand? The kids can be reprimanded. The teenagers can be in trouble. But then when it comes down to full grown adults and adults, and on top of it, they have teens, it depends on what kind of crime they commit. They might be considered an adult. They're not saying, oh, well, they took that whole family out. They just young and learning. Although they terminated somebody's life. Poor excuse. They knew what they were doing. And that's the very reason why some of them are tried as adults. So you mean to tell me these adults now can be turned into little 1-year-olds? Come on. Stop the games. And I'm saying anybody in this chat or whoever's in the cloud listening, y'all need to stop that bullshit. If you're smart enough to know it's wrong and you got bad intentions, it's only the reason they use the excuse, oh, I'm just young and learning. And we didn't even used to use that excuse. I don't know what generation or when they started this shit, but it's a poor excuse. But I ain't never used that. Everything that I did as a teen and even as a kid in elementary, I knew it was wrong when I was doing it, but I thought I could get away with it. Very few things a person was just, oh, I didn't know. And you know what I'm saying? I made that mistake. But no, these people are doing it and they're repeat offenders on top of it, of what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They just they got poor characters, period.
Yeah,
I
you're right.
agree.
And if you're in the chat, like Geraldine and Black Diamond, I think I said hi to Black Diamond. I did, but it was somebody else that came in with Geraldine, and I'm
Living
not
life.
ignoring y'all guys. No, I think I said Black Diamond and Living to Life. But if you are up in the castle and I did not say hi when you came in, hi. I missed y'all. Okay.
Big Cap, Darlene Thomas, Black Diamond, hey.
And please take a second to hit the like button. Please take a second to hit the like button and the red heart that's in the chat. Please tap it and hit the emojis and laugh it up and do whatever you got to do. Help push the live out. Okay? Thank you. I know I should have had a title. We probably would have had more people, but I couldn't think of a title. So I was like, whatever. VQ is
Hello,
live.
Nico.
Oh, hey, Nico. Oh, somebody. Nico, how you doing? And yeah, I did give my reason for not coming live in the beginning of the live. So if when the live end, you want to go back to the beginning, you hear where I've been, what I've been up to, and all of that. Okay. But like I said, the castle resident, they don't get a chance to miss me. They see me every day. So now am I lying, Golden? I'm always
Yeah.
posting about some mess.
Yes, you still try to keep us up to date. Copper, exactly. If a kid can go to jail at 10 years old, you can't use the I'm young excuse. Exactly. Out here, they call it juvenile hall. Okay. And I remember when I was a kid, a girl next door to me, uh, she was friends with these cousins and they were being raised by their grandmother. So now that I'm older, well, I kind of knew then something apparently was going on with the parents. Anyway, those girls really didn't have a lot. And this girl would always be, I remember her she would kind of show off her little outfits or whatever. Or maybe, the girls kind of admired them. Long story short, while they were supposed to be at school, they were in elementary school. Those girls knew that her mother went to work and she went to school. They ditched school, elementary, and went to that girl's house, broke the window and broke into her house, stole all her clothes. They did it twice. One time they eventually got caught because the detectives was taking the girl's mother home because she didn't have a car, and they pulled up. They were going back in there again, but they already knew by then who had did it. Long story short, those girls went to juvenile hall. They were still in elementary school and they were young. No excuse.
Hey, just like the people that did y'all see that thing? We probably should talk about that, about how people sit there and maybe that could be our next topic when we come live. Um, if y'all didn't see it, let me know and I'll share it. It's a new article. I think it happened yesterday, where the boy, he's 14, and he did the pow pow on his parents. Both of them are not here anymore,
I did.
unfortunately. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I heard
Yeah,
about that. It was a Caucasian dad and a black mother.
yeah. But then today, that was the first time I was seeing the picture of the kid. But yeah, he's in juvenile detention center. They did not charge him as an adult yet. The magic word yet. That's what the news said. But I'm like, yeah. And I'm looking like, damn, I have a son that age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
14.
I
Like,
mean,
you gotta
my
talk to
brother,
you. I think we really should talk about that the next time I come live, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I'm like, people don't even sit there and talk to their kid. They just be in their own world on the phone and or whatever they got going on. You don't even see what mental headspace they be in.
yeah. Because apparently he definitely was in some sort of you know what I mean, having some sort of mental health issues to want to do that, because, and I believe they said it was because he couldn't get his way or something like that. It's
Yeah, and I'm
crazy.
looking like, boy, you don't even live in the hood. Look at the neighborhood. You could clearly tell it's a decent neighborhood, right? Just from the how the houses look and whatever. This ain't no hood. Or your life ain't that hard. What problems do you even have? I don't know if
Well,
y'all understood what I just said. Yeah, like what struggles you really have. Clearly, you live in a nice neighborhood. Both of your parents are still together. They actually was in the bed together when you took them out of here.
let's hear and find out what it appeared like he went through. And I believe he did have a decent life, but let's wait. Maybe there was something going on in the home, but probably not. These kids just want to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And these kids are just, thank you, Copper. By 13, you got hit with adult charges. Ain't nobody. So you had to accept adult charges at the age of 13. But these people online find excuses when they 23, 24, 25, 19. You know right from wrong. Now, making a bad decision with a man, stuff like that, yeah, you learn over time. And some will never learn, or even if they learn, they still keep taking their chance. But the behaviors that we see sometimes is no excuse. It's immature and it's no excuse.
Hey,
Hey, D.
DCMs. She said she agree with you, Golden. 100%. I don't understand some folks.
Thank you, D. Hey, Timothy, you still there? Or you fell asleep?
Yeah. No, I ain't falling asleep. No, I'm listening. I'm listening. Golden.
What you think about this?
Oh, what I think about this is it's like this. How you can sleep good when you know someone trying to delete you. And meaning as you a couple, you sleeping in the bed, the same bed, and you saying good night, son, and you about to go to sleep and everything. But that gonna be your last night, and that boy just thinking in his mind, something telling him, oh, you need to harm your mom and dad. You need to harm your parents. You need to take them out of there, get them out of there. So what he did was he's rounding himself around dark energy, and he decided to say, you know what? I need to do it today. I need to delete them. So what I gonna do is I gonna take it, and while they sleep, while they're vulnerable, because it's gonna be harder to do it while they're up and seeing me doing it. But when they sleep, it's gonna be easier.
Yeah.
So we're gonna choose the easier way. And to me, it's a coward. So much a coward way. But the way he did it, and while they're sleeping. And I pray to God they didn't feel no pain on that. Oh my God, God bless that soul, bless that. I pray for that family. Have to go through that tragedy, what they went through while they was sleeping, and why they had a son to come in there and shoot them. So sad.
Well, I don't even know if they were sleeping. All I know is they was in their bed. They could have been awake, probably just watching TV. Who
But even
knows?
with that, they were still not even prepared for it. Like, sleeping it would have been even, you know what I'm saying? They definitely didn't know. Oh, but that's probably worse if they were awake.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
yes,
even worse because they were, you know what I mean? They saw the gun, the whole the pow pow, the whole situation as it was taking place, knowing that this is my son. And could you all imagine your own child that you carry for not or that well for the men, you don't carry them, but that your child, you know what I'm saying, that you took care of and uh they turn on you like that, and especially over something silly. And you're right, Copper. Most of them who take out their parents don't come from poor families. Look at they was rich, the Menendez brothers. Now they claim that they were being abused and all this and all, that's another good story because they're trying to see if they could, get them out of there, release them early. But you're right, Bills.
yep. Yeah, it's sad though. I mean, yeah, you look at the fact, it's like, I mean, to draw you to do something like that, and go with it, and go with the flow, and do it, and actually put it off and do it, and think you could say, okay, I could get away with this, cause if you smart enough to say, okay, I could go and do this, and then you should be smart enough to face the responsibility as a grown up. Once you do grown things, I think you should get treated like grown up.
Because they know what they're doing is wrong. When they're doing it, they have to really be it has to really be an issue where they are totally mentally insane and they don't even know if they're coming or going or who they are. But most of these of them, they know exactly what they're doing when they do it.
Right.
Okay? They know right from wrong even as a child. Don't you know that he knew what he was doing was wrong? When he decided to even that to even come across his mind, he knew it was wrong, and to follow through with it, to go grab the pow pow, like he could have something in his head could have said, "Man, don't do this," but he wanted whatever it was. Look at there, whatever it was he wanted to get away with. He now look at him. Now he really won't be able to get away with nothing behind them bars. Nothing. Not one thing.
Yep, he gonna help. He gonna help
Anything.
somebody. Yep, he's gonna be an easy cookie. He gonna be an easy
Some
cookie. Gonna be somebody gonna treat him like a little girl. Somebody gonna get him a cookie. Somebody gonna do whatever they want with him. Have fun with him in there. So if he want that life, that's what he gonna get. When time he get out, he ain't gonna be wearing on pants no more. He gonna be wearing skirts, dresses, and
oh
pantyhose.
gosh.
Because he's very young, so they're gonna take him young. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they're gonna have fun with him. Oh yes, there's gonna be a party up in there. That's talking about come in. We welcome y'all young people. They want that. Oh yeah, they'll be like come in. We gonna have fun with you. Yep, that's how they do it, man. It's like it's disgusting, but that's the mindset,
Now
Cause
imagine us trying to take up for this boy after what he did to his parents and say he just young and learning.
It's so crazy because do you know those prison shows I be saying sometimes I watch them where the dudes get out of not shows but they're on YouTube and they get out and they tell their story or whatever, right? This dude was like, you don't even want to know when you sit there and talk about you got 15 years, all of this stuff, and you just sitting there. You know how many people you see come and go? They talking about their prison stories, right? And he's like, you know how you can remember the stories about when somebody came in, they were so young, and then how you see this person, you're sitting down eating, and you see this young little kid walk by, and then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, you see big bad whatever they call him on the block that act like he's so bad. You know what I'm saying? Walk
Hmm.
by too. You already know what time it is. You already know. And then all of a sudden you start, I don't want to trigger anybody, okay? All of a sudden you start hearing pow, pow, like slaps and whatever. You just know what time it is. And then here it is, you see this person walk back, the big bad guy walk back long after you jump up and just go in the bathroom to go be nosy. This kid all beat down in the shower, like so embarrassed. By the time they walk by to go back to their cell, they don't even want to look at nobody.
And
Everybody already knew what time it was.
yeah, that's
That's crazy.
you know what? That's one of my fears. I pray that my son never, what I'm saying, gets himself caught up in anything like that, or accidentally, be innocent. Okay, because there's a lot of people don't realize there are a lot of innocent people that are sitting behind bars. Okay, so
Hmm.
I don't even want him to get it caught up even like that, innocently, or even definitely, I wouldn't want him to commit a crime. You know what I mean? But like Dee said, you know, hopefully he could avoid it. But if something ever goes down, it better be due to self defense. And
And
I
you
don't
know what?
even want him to even be in a position, neither my daughter, in a position where they have to defend themselves.
I wonder, do yeah, you're right, Golden. But I was thinking about that little boy that was talking about the one on the news, right? It's so crazy how out of everything in the world he could have done, he actually sat there and wanted the operator to pray for him. Because they released the call, but they took some stuff out. But yeah, he wanted the operator to pray for him. She said, I pray for you, son, like that. So that kind of tell me that maybe his family was a praying family. Maybe they went to church, something, and he actually called his aunt. According to the news, he called his aunt in Cali, told his aunt what he did, and then he called them when he ran to the church. Out of everywhere else, he ran to a church. I'm like, that's
Honey,
crazy.
church can't help you, bro. Yeah. Too late. You should have ran to the church when you had that in your mind, and when you had that pow pow in your hand walking in that room with your mama and daddy. You should have ran to the church or called 911 on yourself.
yeah. See, that's
Mhm.
why that's why I be like, see, that's why I be like, oh my goodness, I'll be like, I'll be thinking about that. I'll be like, why do people like, what I'm saying, like, decide to? do that evil thing to delete someone, and then all of a sudden they want to go to God, they want to pray and go to God because they feel guilty in their conscience. And see, but they don't understand that should not kill. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, and it's like you're not gonna be the same no more. You is gone because it's like you take a life. That's like you might well take your own. It's the same thing. So it's like you're not gonna be the same person as you was. And it's like that's why I told anyone this: do not delete anyone. Don't delete no one. Don't kill no one. Because if you do,
Hey,
you're not gonna be the same.
yeah, please
Timothy was
slow down
doing
on the
just
K
well,
word.
huh? He was saying
Please
delete
slow
it, huh? He
down.
got into it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
That
sorry.
K word.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's hard to. I want to. So people to understand what I'm saying. When I that's why I use delete it. But I'm sorry. I should have kept it deleted. I'm sorry. I
It's
apologize.
hard. It's hard when you're
Yeah, yeah,
talking.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know. It's
yeah.
hard.
Because it's like I trying to make. Cause I like to make sense when I teaching other people because you don't know who listen, who watching. So I try to make perfect sense so they can understand. Some people don't understand what delete is. Delete is. And some people
Right.
understand what the code word
Take somebody out of here.
is. Yeah. Take somebody out.
Take your
Exactly.
life.
Exactly. Take
Take
a
your
life.
life.
Right. Take a life. Right.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you take a life. It's the hardest thing like you ever could imagine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people don't understand that. It's like you're not gonna feel the same way when you eat. You go get nervous because you look around your shoulder. You don't know who's gonna get you or who's gonna take you out of here. You don't know who the cops gonna bust down your door and get you. So at the same time, it's like you not had on peace of mind once you do that type of thing. Once you delete someone. So it's like
The
that's why
conscious, the guilt conscious.
your
Yeah.
conscience. Yes, it bothers you. Yes, it mess with you. Yes, you feel when you sleep, you go dream of what you did. That's what your conscience go be in your dreams, and you go dream it, and you go say, "Dang, I shouldn't have done that. I should not done that. Oh, I shouldn't have done." And then you gonna get sweaty, you gonna be nervous, and the person gonna be like, "What's wrong with you? You okay?" And you don't want to tell them. You gonna be like, everything okay," But your family member be like, "No, something ain't right with you," because they know you might did something, and you regret doing that, and you can pray to God, but at the same time, what you did, you gonna have to deal with the consequences while you here, while you living. So learn to deal with consequences. You know what I'm saying? Learn to deal with consequences before you delete someone. Think about it. Think about it twice. I tell anybody this. Think about it before you pull the trigger. Think about it before you start going in and out on a person. Think about it before you say that to that person. Before you hurt that person's feelings. Think about it before you do anything in life. You think about it twice. Cause that could save you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Copper, you bringing up some cases for real. I remember hearing about that rapper who paid to have his mama. I remember reading about that, who paid to have his mama taken out. And then the one, yeah, about the little kids. They was at the grandmama's house or something like that. And one of the kids took out the cousin over a cell phone or something. Man, these kids, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, Black Diamond, unless you're protecting yourself. Yeah, and I just don't even want to actually even be in a position where I got to protect myself to the point where that might happen, you know? But yeah, I mean, when you're protecting yourself, you got to do what you got to do. It's either you or them, but unfortunately, even then, you still might get arrested initially until they figure it all out. And just think if they don't figure it all out and realize it was self-defense. And then there are people who are in there and it was self-defense, but then they felt like they had enough time to, change it up once they find out all the details. Well, if the person walked away and turned their back on you, and then you could have, it's just always like nobody's thinking about all that in the middle of a heated fight or whatever it is.
See, the thing about this golden, they think about like getting that person first. and then they'll pray later. So they want to take a person out first, then say, "Oh, I ask forgiveness later." No, they don't go that way. You think about it
Right.
twice before you pull that trigger. Think about it
Right.
twice. It's like, I seen good men, good people. You know what I'm saying? Store their life away because they decided to walk with the wrong crowd and say, you know what, we should go do a drive by. Okay, I go with you. You my homeboy. I go with you. A real homeboy would say, no, don't do this, man. What I'm doing, cause they go get you caught up. You go the same place I'm doing. I don't want you to go the same place. I want you to stay, go to school, stay in school. You know what I'm saying? And let me do this. So it's like I respect people like that, but I don't expect people those who, you can come with me. Come on with me. You supposed to be a rider. Come with me. And then they ride with you. Then when they end up getting caught by the police and going to jail, then you gonna be same place with them. So it's like, see, and I seen that guilt in a person's eyes when they regret what they done, and they say, you know what, I regret why I doing this. But don't get it wrong. I seen uh good people. Now I seen good people like someone broke in their house and they had to pull the trigger cause that person broke in their house and that's real for their life. But they went to jail for that. And to me, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. It do.
Hmm.
It do.
Yeah, Clarissa, that's a good point. And some people are void of conscience. And then I think even Copper said, I'm gonna be honest, some people do sleep fine. Yeah, there are some who don't have much of a conscience at all. But when that's something to question. Like if they don't have a conscience, it's a lot of people who don't have it too. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Are you all
Like,
there?
listen, yeah, I'm here.
Oh
Oh,
I'm
yes.
like some. Go ahead, Timothy, and then I tell them. So what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna take a little minute. You could go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause I met that time when I came to the castle and I'm knocked on the door. I got a banner say out real quick. I knock on the door and then there's no one answer that door. The cream was gone for a couple of days. She didn't answer no door at all. So it left me alone. So I told myself, I said, "Where's Cream at?" I had a search team looking for the Cream. A search team. This is not this. That's a joke. That's a joke. I had a search team looking for the Cream capsule because Cream capsule was gone for a couple of days. Then she popped up in the middle of nowhere. Then everybody say Hallelujah, give praise, cause she shows up. Cause thing about my point is, see, I'm a lot of things can happen in life, but I get worried cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like things could happen. And sometimes when a person gone for a couple of days and you just hoping that person's okay. You praying that person's okay. But it's like, a person long a time and you praying and you saying, "Oh, I pray that person good, fine. I pray that person will be good." So but at the same time that person gone for a couple of days. And that person come back, you say, "Oh, I'm glad you back. I'm glad to see you again." But see, that's a little taste of when people gone. And when people gone permanent in life or get murdered or get deleted, it's like that's something you can't get back. It's like it's hard to just grab it and take it and hold you close. All you can do is you have good memories of the times you have with the person, the good things y'all did together. So sometimes you share some good moments, and you bring it to life. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Nothing much you could do when a nice couple sitting in the bed and while the son come over there and take them out. And all you can do is say the good memories I have of my parents was in peace. That's all you can do. All you can say.
Thank you, Timothy. That's nice.
No,
And I
no
can tell
problem.
you sincere with what you're saying too. Yeah.
Thank you, Kareem. Thank you. But I'm glad you open your capsule I'm glad you decided to cut the lights on, open your castle, and welcome people in. I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words. But listen, y'all, it's not even so much me. Listen, if you don't know, sometimes I do fall in a funk on YouTube. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that's what I sum it up to. Okay, I fall into a funk when, like, especially when I'm busy in real life. I don't want to be on here every day for real. I'm being completely honest. And even tonight, I was like, even though I know it's a problem and I'm gone for 4 days, I'm like, I don't want to go live because then it start becoming mundane and you like, I don't even want to go on there. I'm telling you what I'm thinking in real life, right? So then I have that's why I say shout out to the people that really supports me, like emotionally or whatever. Girl, what's going on with you? What's like you need to go live. What you doing? You know? The people miss you. So shout out to them. They know who they are. They know who they are. Always say, girl, get up. Come on, we gotta do this. Okay. hmm I don't know if they want me to say who they are. So I'll leave it right there. Just like even the subscriber. I don't have to tell y'all everybody that left me a comment or whatever. No, I just never realized so many people would care if I disappeared, you know? Are y'all hearing me?
Oh yeah, yes, yes, yeah. I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening straight up. I'm here. I'm here with you. I got
Well, I don't hear golden. Oh, okay. But I know Dee said she have a story she wanna come share with us. Your camera is on, hun. You wanna turn it off? Uh-oh. Hold on. Hey Dee,
Hey,
how are
did I
you?
turn it? I'm blessed. Did I turn it off?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna let you come up here if you didn't know.
Because I'm naked. Okay.
Really?
Well, I threw the rug over the top, but I want to tell
Timothy, I
you,
don't block you from getting a view. I'm sorry.
I barely use this stuff, but I want to tell you about a situation with
D, I'm sorry. Can you speak up a little louder, please?
I knew my voice was gonna do it. Oh, y'all,
Okay.
please give me a new
Maybe
voice.
she don't have to talk louder. Let me see if I could turn her mic up. Hold on. But
Okay.
she don't have let me see something.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yes.
turn you up.
My voice is low, guys. I'm so
There it
sorry.
is. It's much better, right?
I don't know. I can't hear me.
Yeah, we can. I can hear you better.
Okay, so you think everyone can hear because I'm gonna tell y'all a story about a card game we went to and how my ex, well, my son's father.
Yes. If I can hear you, they can because I have a bad ear. Yeah.
I turned it all the way up, so everybody should be able to hear now. Her mic. Say something, D. I don't hear her.
We can't hear you now, D, but I could hear you when you asked.
I don't know, D. Probably go down and come back up, please. I'm gonna remove you. Just come back, okay, D? I'm gonna take her down. I kicked her from the studio, so that then she'll have to come back. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, yeah, sometimes I just be like that when it comes to YouTube. Like, I can't explain it. Sometimes I just disappear. Last year, I disappeared for 9 days. I disappeared for 7 days off of YouTube. I've always been like that. Month, but 2023, I disappeared off YouTube for 6 months. Like I just always disappear. I don't know why. Hold on, y'all.
Okay. It's like that sometimes, though.
Hey, D. Hello? Her audio was literally perfect the first time
It was. Yep.
until I had to turn her up. Let me see something.
Can y'all
Did you
hear
say?
me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Well, I gotta
Yes.
hold the phone up in the air. Oh my god.
No, well, drop it again. Maybe there was something. Drop it. Move your phone, to a comfortable position. Let's see.
Okay, can y'all still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just like this. Okay, I'm ready. Y'all hear
Oh,
me?
go. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, you got the
I'm
microphone.
Oh, okay, okay. So, okay, hello everybody. I was trying to let y'all know about self-defense. Okay, years ago when I used to play cards, okay, so we got called to a card game by family members, in-laws, and my blood family, all women, two babies. No, one baby and one girl was pregnant. And my cousin's husband came home drunk. And we playing deuces wild, if anybody know about cards. So he kept nagging. He was very drunk, abusive anyway already. He was always abusive to my cousin. And he kept nagging with the women at the table. So she asked, can my baby just play one hand with us and so he can go in there and go to sleep? So if y'all hear the train, I have my window open. But we let him sit down and he played a couple of rounds, but he kept nagging and calling the two other girls at the table, different names, disrespecting them. So the girl on my man's side, this before I'm married, he said called them nappy headed bees and kept calling them the B word, this and that. They was going back and forth. So the girl on my boyfriend's side, she told him, tell your husband to stop before I it, poke him in his heart. I'm gonna just say it like that. And so she was like, okay, y'all, he just drunk, they just talking around, talking around. So anyway, long story short, he hauled off and slapped the pregnant sister. Okay, and so a fight broke out. Now imagine me, they my family, and these are my boyfriend's sisters, and they going in, they tearing up the little apartment, the dining room area, and they was going and going, and I'm trying to me don't know really what to do, even though it's right is wrong, is right is wrong. So I get the little baby out the way, and then I try to move and tell the two girls that I came with to let's go, let's go. So they go. What made it self-defense is we left out of the apartment, but I had to go back in because the baby's diaper bag was inside. And I went in to get the diaper bag, and the husband came out. And you know how the apartments have the wooden fence around it, like the patio on the front porch? Well, he picked up, we had the old smoky going. Well, they had it going and had some little stuff cooking on there for our little card game. And he picked that pit up and that smoky and he threw it at the girl over the little wooden gate. And he threw that soot, all of that charcoal, and it landed on her and the little baby. When I tell y'all, like the devil coming out the clouds, and she poked him in the center of his chest one time, just a little dot, and they started fighting again, and we trying to get away. I'm study saying, let's go, everybody, let's go. I turn around, I tell my, I say, cousin, please leave this apartment tonight because them fools going to get the herd. That's they big time crazy dealers and all that. She said, cousin, I'm not leaving my apartment for them. And I said, I'm just saying because her brother don't play about her, which was my man. And they didn't leave. They went on in the apartment, and we went on and went back to my house. They lived across from my house, and we were all in the street talking about it. And she called me just as soft as I'm talking to you all, and she said, Daphne, what's their real name? Because Greg didn't make it. And I said, girl, quit lying. And she said, no, he died. And I said, no, he did not. And she said, I'm at the hospital right now. When y'all left, I put him in the shower. And when I took his t shirt off, it started bleeding everywhere. Mind you, he was intoxicated. And when you're intoxicated, your blood is going to flow. So that happened. And so my mama she raised her window up. She said, what's going on out there? And I told her, and she said, call the police right now because it's like y'all leaving a crime. So we called. They came and took all of us. Everybody was at that card game. Some lived in the apartments. And then the three of us, we went to homicide. They put us all in the same area, and that's just crazy. But they had us all in there breathing hard, looking at each other. We all went in there one by one. I was the last person to go in, but I'm very detailed. I told them from the time we left my house, and they wrote with me when we got over there, how it happened and everything. And they told me everybody's story matching, but you told it exactly the way it went and it makes sense. She got off self defense because he came outside of the apartment and attacked her, throwing the barbecue pit, and she was holding a baby. The baby didn't have anything to do with it. He came out to entertain the situation when he could have stayed in. And she poked him one time. He died. It was a win-win situation to me because she got her butt whooped all the time. However, to go back to what Timothy said, don't you know she was never the same after that? Never the same. She started thinking of him, dreaming of him. She kept seeing him every day. She said one day she woke up and all her windows was down on her car, and it poured down raining inside of her car. She knows she let her car windows up. She say every time she talked to the guy, she kept saying his name. I'm not gonna say their names, but this been years ago. He's been gone. She remarried. Um, but the ex sister-in-law, we wasn't married, but just call him ex. So because I was dealing with her dad. I mean her brother. But however, she never ever to this day been the same. She seems cuckoo. Because she took a life, and it was crazy. I never forget it. It was so spooky. I'm caught in the middle, didn't know what to do. But right now, today, my cousin is happily married with someone else. And for the longest, her children did not like my side for a reason. They didn't know the truth until one day I was taking her daughter. They was moving or something, and I was helping them haul stuff on my truck, and she just asked me, I'm her cousin, but she say, Ain't Daphne, tell me what happened to my daddy. So I told her the truth, and she said, that's not what my mama told me, because she was little at the time. I say, no. I said, it happened. I explained to her how it happened, and she said it makes sense. And I told her the truth. Your daddy was the beast. He beat the heck out of your mom all the time. Nobody in the family liked it, but that's what she wanted. So I just had to get up there and say that because people know, like Timothy said, once you take a life, you'll never ever be the same. I don't even like to hit a squirrel or anything crossing the road. So imagine a whole soul. She's cuckoo right now today. I mean, she's on disability for it. She's always thinking something's after her all the time, even though it was self defense. She didn't come there for that. But back then, people kept not me, but certain people kept razor blades and knives on their persons, especially at card games, because they would come in and try to rob. So it's just I understand everything y'all saying. I'm so tired, but I had the butt in there, download StreamYard again, and I couldn't remember what it was. But you right, Timothy. Golden, you right. Lives. I like the way you change stuff around and handling things different because I'm
Thank you.
so tired of everybody fussing. It's y'all got to think it's stressful too. I don't know about everybody else, but I get deep and it be emotional to see all that stuff going on.
Yeah,
It does. It really do. But
I've
that's
been
I
looking
agree.
like y'all not tired. But I know Clarissa, one second, Gordon. I know Clarissa said D have a sweet, soft voice. Shout out to D. Yes, and thank you
that,
so much for coming up and sharing
thank
your
you.
story.
That voice get me in trouble, y'all. I'm 55, and but when those scammers call, I go, my mom is not here.
But
But
I'm
I
gonna
think
let Golden go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that was a good story. Thanks for sharing that story.
no, it
And I
was.
agree with you. It's like I don't know, maybe we just too old for this, but it's like I know I didn't come on YouTube for that. That was not to be fighting, especially people who you don't even know. And I'm not even doing that with people who I know. And so it's like YouTube, I thought would be like something therapeutic. You go on and you watch stories and you listen to videos and music, but then you're coming on and you got all this riffraff going on every day.
Right. And it got too overwhelming for me, I'm telling y'all. And then I've also taken up on the responsibility to move in my auntie. She's 80 with dementia, and I had to go get her. So I usually be on a lot listening to everybody. But look, pimp down, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired, but I won't give up. And she just, I had to get some something to have her sleep at night because she be down there doing downstairs just digging and stuff, and she be herself sometimes and then she don't. But that's our last auntie, and I have to keep her. I can't let the state take her. I just cannot. So I be real tired because I have to keep up with her all day. And over the night, I'll get up and go and check on. Every time I get up to use the bathroom, I will also wear an ostomy bag from food poisoning a long time ago, and I have to get up and empty out. And I always go down and check on her. But now that she have that stuff to sleep with at night, we getting leveling out. But it's hard. Nurses every day. I just went through this with my surgery, physical therapy, nurses, all that. And then here we go with Auntie, but I wouldn't trade her for the world. I have to be. That's my mama's sister. And my
Hey,
mom,
son. I'm
Does she
sorry,
have
D.
children or she has no children?
but that's another story. She have a spoiled son. Exact name is her deceased husband, but he been he just don't know Jesus. They just took over the house, did everything. I've always went 3 times out the week to bring her things. I always took care of her groceries. She retired twice, have good property, good homes. She have everything, but just not her son. Just we just overlook him because he just don't know. And I told my auntie, I said, Annie, I said you did everything right in life, but one thing, you spared your child because she never whooped, she don't curse, she never drank, smoked, anything. She was into church, everything. This golden child, he is rotten, but nice job, everything, but he just do not know how to take care of his mama. And that's the type of work I did and my one of my other sisters do it, and we just have to all help now. They done emptied her bank account out. They done so much. But that's her son. Right now, I'm facing trying to before she completely lose her mind. She don't qualify for Medicaid deductibles. Okay, right now, I have two prescriptions. Um, the Joxin and Eliquis, they are $400 a piece. But that's not the problem. Is they don't want us to have anything. They want her to get rid of her property and this and that. So while I still have a little bit of her mind, I'm trying to get her to go ahead and sign the home over to the son and the grandchildren because um, if we wait too late, that's the only way they'll give her the extra help. I need someone to sit with her overnight instead of paying out of pocket because she be in there rattling. When I be tired now.
See, it's just an issue now because although you can kind of get by if nobody knows, but now that she's been diagnosed, anything that she signs really means nothing. Although
Well,
you can get away with it if nobody knows.
he's already in the wheel. That's his home, and she snaps in and out. It's just like today. I got up early. I took her to Walmart, and we had a tussle. She did good, but as soon as we got to the checkout, she turned to Sybil, and she didn't know where she was. And Daphne, what we doing? Where am I? And I said, Annie, remember we had to go and get things that you need. We ran out of groceries because you eat a lot. And she said, oh, okay. And she went back and she have a small um blood clot behind her heart. And so she have a weak heart. And that's the only thing wrong with her. But y'all, the medicines, oh my goodness. For a person that worked so hard. We paid a $400 deductible on her insurance, and then the medicine is still the two that's down there. I'm not out of the medicine yet, but I got the family group chat up, and it'll be taken care of. But it's just how somebody can live a perfect life and have to go through all of it. I mean, it just is people do everything, but then she wound up with the heart problem and the dementia. And I
I've
just,
seen it before so many times.
mhm,
I've
it's
seen it before. It's too bad she didn't have her house in a trust, a living trust.
no,
That
it's
could have probably protected it where she could still get the medicine.
well. I'm gonna we working on it, and we even have stuff in the credit union. She has stuff everywhere, but she can't remember where it is. It's a lot that we trying to figure out, but I'm the only one that does not work anymore. My husband work, my children work, my sisters work, my brother work, the cousin, everybody working, because I'm on disability now, and my husband do everything for me, and I just blow my money with Annie or Cash App and YouTubers that's falling out with each other, sending blessings to them. But anyway, it's just so much, but I'm up for the challenge, and it actually gave me something more to do because I don't do much. Clean the house, cook, stay at home. I don't do much. I don't drink. I don't do nothing anymore. So I figured that, like the other day, I went and her Gerbil life grow up plan for her three grandchildren. One of them elapsed, and they send the mail. So my cousin brought it down here, and I got on the phone the next day to pay it. So something told me to ask. I said, okay, so we got that back on track because we had to change her information because they keep paying all the stuff down there. He went got work done on the house, and just taking it from Annie. So we switched all of that, and it cut off her Gerber Life grow up plan for her grandsons. The oldest grandson already received his 20,000 when he graduated, and then so we have the middle one, Cameron. He he's 23 now, and he went off to the service, and he's back. So she said, "Yeah, I have one more name, Cameron." And I said, "No, Cameron already should have received his. We paid Tyson's. He's the baby. He's in the 8th grade." And so she said, "No, ma'am, it's been sitting up here unless you want to start it back up and let it grow or something like that." And I said, "No," I said, "I ain't have enough bills." I said, um, "What do we need to do to retrieve it now?" I ain't have to had to put me and my older sister on everything to talk for her and make decisions. So
D,
the lady said, "Well, we can
D.
send out the request." Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I was Can you see the comment on the screen
Oh, these shields, you can get in touch with the ooh,
with a pharmaceutical company, and
yeah.
they have a way for her to get her medicine.
And I even tried Warrior One. I even tried what is it called?
But you
Generic
know what I do
one.
want to tell you? Because I'm sitting here and I'm talking about, I'm tuning. You notice everybody just letting you talk.
Oh
Everybody
yeah.
on mute listening. And that's what I love about our panel. We actually let people talk. You done
Right.
told a whole story. And we're
I'm
just
sorry,
listening.
y'all. I got a
I'm a
thousand
great
miles.
listener, so I can listen for a long
Me,
time.
me
But
too. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but
But
no, what I did realize is that you're saying like so much. I just want to protect you. You know the space we're in.
mm-hmm.
You saying everybody names.
But I didn't say their last names though.
I know, but still, remember, keep that in
Mm,
mind. I'm trying
it's
to,
okay.
keep you safe.
They my
Okay?
cousins, and they everybody look up to me in the family, me and my sister. So it's not a lie. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth, and
No, I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
get you. I
She
just
get
means
you.
looking
like
out for you.
basically these people online,
Oh, okay.
where they're
Well,
taking notes.
no weapons. I'm not worried about them clowns at all. Trust me. Come on with it. Look at my YouTube channel. I did that thing a long time ago for somebody to put a funeral up there, and I ain't added nothing to it no more. I don't use it for that. I use it for movies and stuff like this. I don't care about all of that. They can come on with it. I don't care. I'm in Houston. Come on. But
Oh
Oh
gosh.
yeah.
they
Oh
yeah,
yeah. She from Houston.
yeah. They would have, my point is they would have kept that money if I hadn't have just said, if it's, is it anything else, because I know my auntie had 3 grandchildren, so she have 3 grandsons, but the oldest one has his. I'm gonna change the name, y'all. And then the middle child, I thought had, and then the baby boy, which is in 8th grade, won't get that till he get 20. But okay, so she sent out the form, and I contacted the middle son, grandson, and I let him know. And he said, "Are you for real, cousin?" I was like, "Yeah." So they just recently sent that back off, so it'll be coming to him. And I told his mom, because they're divorced now, my cousin and the son's mom. Um, I told her to make sure if anything happened to Auntie with before the last son finished, please keep that policy going, because he need his little 20,000 for, you know, graduation. It's like a grow up start off plan. Same thing I have on my grandchildren. And it's just so much stuff that she had going on that we got a lot of work to do. A
All
lot.
right. Hold
So
on. Golden. You got something to say, Golden?
No, no, I
Oh,
don't.
I
I know
thought
you
you
saw me
did.
take it off of mute,
And
but no.
I was paying attention. But I
Uh-uh.
know you didn't want to cut her off, so I'm like, let me make sure.
No, I don't.
but that's all I want to tell y'all. It's so much going on, and I'm thinking maybe calming
Timothy,
down.
you playing TV?
Huh?
Huh?
Now I
Uh,
was trying to see was Timothy playing a TV or something.
no, no, I'm listening. No, I want to I want to say it before she go. I really want to say, my prayers go be with you too. I will be praying for you and your family. Because God got you. You know what I'm saying? God got his hands around you, so He gonna let no harm. Even though even though names could leak out there, but God will keep the names and everything safe. Because when no harm will come to you. Because it's like this: once you have God on your side, you will not get defeated.
No, thank you, Timothy.
No problem.
I know he wouldn't have gave it to me if I couldn't handle it. But ain't he little butt be everywhere. And she was scared me. She washed dishes when I beat me up, dressed herself, and she come and go. And she just, hey, good morning. I was like, hey. I was scared because she had got up and did it by herself. But she getting stronger and I'm fattening her up because I'm the one when I noticed that she wasn't the same. I see my auntie at church. I see her all the time, but I knew she had the death look, if that makes sense to anybody that recognize that. And she was going out of here. And I took her in and they kept her for 2 to 3 weeks, I think, about 2.5 weeks. And they said she could not go back there. I took her in the condition she was, smelling and all, because I knew it wasn't her. I needed them to see me, hear me. Something is wrong. And she can't go back there. It's a mess. So it's her home is just taken over by the daddy, her son, and his one of his sons, and we had been thinking she was just making up things, or it was the dementia, hearing a lot of people in the house and a little girl and this and that. Well, long story short, my one of my other cousins said, "Well, yeah, he posted it on Instagram all the time." Well, I don't flip through all that all the time, so she was really hearing that. Even though she have dementia, she will not drop this specific thing about the noises and the people upstairs, and she don't have two stories. She say they in the attic or upstairs, but they actually was having in the big game room, chilling and smoking and doing things in there, and wow, it was crazy. She really was hearing this. She really did see a little girl go to the bathroom, things like that, and I would pretend like in the hospital. She said, "I wonder if those people still in my house." And I go, "Auntie, I went over there and kicked they A out of there." You did? And I go, "Yeah, good." And then, but she constantly said it. And so until the one of her, the middle grandson said it's true, they do have parties over there. And I said, wow, make me look at my cousin completely different. He a grown man. Doing my auntie like that. It was sad, y'all. But y'all know I can talk a storm. So I'm gonna just jump out.
Hold on 1 second, B. Hey, MGL. Hey, MGO, and it was somebody else. Ocean. Ocean is up in the building. How y'all doing?
And Hassan.
Yeah, I think I did say something, but I know I was chatting in the chat too. But yeah, Clarissa said, "Thank you, Queen, for allowing Dee to express herself." Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
I just had to jump in there because Timothy was right. I love when Golden saying they know what they're doing because they do. They know. They
Uh-huh.
know exactly what they're doing before they, like she said, before they even thought of it.
Yeah.
And as soon as it came in their mind, they know it was wrong.
These people that be acting like they don't like Golden is because they know the stuff that she be saying is true. They
Mm.
actually like her. They don't hate her.
I,
You know,
I like her.
she be
And
on it. Mm-hmm.
I think another one, B Got You. Is Do Got You be on here? I
Who
don't
got
know.
you?
Yeah.
What's
She
their
gets
name?
on, but not a lot.
Okay, well, it's one of these. I have to see y'all. It's so many names and stuff, but it's a few people. that be making a plenty of sense over there, and in the chat of
D, I meant to ask you a
Harper.
question.
Harper, you need to, girl, get up there and tell us some juicy stuff. She make me sick.
Copper got a
Okay,
whole
we
movie to
got
make.
feedback. We got feedback. Who is it coming from? Let me see. It's coming from Tim.
What Tim say?
That's why when she was see, I took it off. Yep, it's you. There you go. Oh.
D,
Yeah, I'm
when
here.
they threw, was the coals hot when he threw them at the lady and the baby?
Yes, it actually burned the baby on the arm and her on her cheek, the little square charcoals. Cause we was cooking, they had wings on there. They did hot dogs for the her daughter, I guess, or whatever. Even though we didn't eat none of that, I don't really eat at other people's houses, and it wasn't nothing wrong with her home, her apartment, but I didn't. I was drinking my little beer at the time. I wasn't. I come to win. And but the kids ate, and I guess that was just a regular dinner. And it wasn't a huge card game, and we playing for big money. And he just came home, and he wanted to get up there. He was very flirty, and he just kept nagging at the two sisters, nagging. One was pregnant, and so the other one had to defend her sister, because he slapped her and called her and spit on her. And I'm telling you, the table, whenever it was a lot, y'all. And all I could think of was the kids, the little baby in the carrier and everything. And then how is this gonna look? This is my real family. Not thinking this. And I remember when she poked him, because I'm on the inside. I could have got hit myself. But she went straight across. The gate only comes like right under your breast line. And she had her daughter in her arm. He threw it, and I promise y'all, she came out of that smoke, and she just jabbed him. And he backed up, and he said, "Baby, baby, she stuck me. She stuck me." He just said it like 6 or 7 times. And I said, "Y'all go to my car, please." And I'm trying to hold the little gate. They all go back in. It's a mess. I wonder if I wouldn't have went and got the diaper bag, but I had to get their stuff out of there because everything happened so fast. But she should have. She punctured his heart either way it went. She hit him right. Feel your chest and feel that little dip under there. She hit him right there. He's real tall. He was real tall, rather. And
But
she.
you know what? They waited. See, I've heard stories like this where I don't know what it is about some people, and I'm going to say men, but
Mhm.
when that happens, because I know of somebody else that something similar, and they almost left out of here because
Mhm.
they stood up being macho, and then it was just bleeding, and you know what I mean? People like sit down or whatever. I've heard of a few people, and I know of another guy that actually happened, and he didn't have to be gone either.
Mhm.
Um, but I knew of another guy, he almost left us, you know what I mean? For that same thing, like after he got poked, I mean, he didn't think, let me call 911, or what was he trying to be, macho? Because I've seen similar things like with black men,
Yeah,
where
they
they
acting up.
so tough that they don't.
And she told him, if you don't, she say, Daphne, if you don't, please tell your cousin to tell her husband to chill before him and his. She said it. She said exactly that, and I told them exactly what she said. But he came out the door after we left to leave to remove ourselves, and he picked that thing up and threw it over the thing. And she was standing there waiting, hollering, "Give me my baby shit out of there! Give me my baby shit!" So that's what I'm grabbing, and he picked it up. Tall guy, alcoholic, but it was a long. I mean, we was in homicide for a long time that night, and they dropped us back off. They came and picked us three up, He even told me, wait a minute, you mentioned a baby. I said, oh, yeah, I forgot. We had a baby in a car seat and she's pregnant. One's pregnant. And he said, start over and add that baby. He just was just screening me. But I got it all right. I had to start over one time. Had to start over again because I forgot about the baby that I had in the carrier. And he told me, wait a minute, where did the baby come from? It says the baby in the car seat and the baby she was holding. That's the one got the burns, and she have the burns, and then you have her sister's pregnant. So I started over. He wanted to know what time we went, who invited us, did they have beef before? No, they didn't. We always played cards, just never there. We went to big games. This time they just wanted to get together. It was just six women. They took her. Well, they were at the hospital. I'm telling y'all, by the time we made it home, which was like a 15-minute drive, got out talking, she calling, wasn't a cell phone, house phone. My mama called me and said the phone for you. I got the wireless phone, stood on the back porch, and she said it just as calm. Hey, what's their real name? Because Greg didn't. Oh, because he didn't make it. And I
Right, but
said,
my
Greg,
question is, like you said, he went to the shower. Like
she
time, every second counts. So I'm trying to figure out with
she
that
took a
stall.
she say she after the fact she told us what happened. She said not them. She told us as a family. She took him after we left. She saw the little dot of blood, and he was saying he hot. And she said she thought maybe putting him in the shower to cool him down to sober him up a little bit. But when she took the white T-shirt off, blood was shooting all up on in the shower on the walls, and she had to call 911. They came.
Mm.
He even gave her a thumbs up going into surgery. And then they hours went by and they finally came out and told her he didn't make it. And I said, you
Wow.
lying. She said, no, I'm not. That's I said, okay, this is I couldn't believe it. Because he was still up, jumping around, still trying to claw over that and get her over the thing. And she was worried about her stuff. And we drove all the way back to a little 15 minute, maybe not even 15 minutes back to the
Right, but
house.
that's what I mean. Like with him stalling and standing there instead of let's lie down. Let's, you know what I mean? Because I've heard of stories like that. Like it was, you know, the time is everything.
Especially in a situation like that. But I really do believe he didn't even feel it. It did it so smooth, y'all. It's just
Hmm.
you just go doop and pull your hand back.
So he
It's
probably didn't even realize it was what
he
had taken place, is what you're saying.
he did because he said he back took a couple of steps back. He said, "Babe, I think he called her B. This bitch poked me. She poked me, babe." And my cousin's pushing him back. He's still jumping and hollering. No, this bitch, she poked me. And I can see the little red dot on his right there in the center of his t-shirt, but kind of lower before the stomach start. It's a little dot, and he's still tripping. And she come on, pushing him back. So when he got in there, I guess the t-shirt may have been holding it in, but when she took it off, when they got in the shower, she said she couldn't stop it. It was going skeeting out fast. But he was still alert because she said the last time saw him, they was pulling him, taking him to surgery, and she was waving at him, and he gave her a thumbs up, and he didn't ever come back out of there. But he said, but he started it to him, but he was one bad apple. He used to beat the dog crap out of that girl. and she took it like blows, defending him and hiding the fact and, you know, controlling her.
So what would be your message to young women that's out here tolerating all of that stuff from men and like just still staying? Like just real quick, because somebody need to hear it. Your story, you didn't just come out of nowhere
Let
with your
me let me
story.
give you an
Somebody need to
example.
hear it. Mm.
Example. They say it takes, I want to say 10 times for them to leave, and when they finally make the mind up, the other person unalive them. I live next door to a family that has 6 children. They fight like cats and dogs. I used to talk to them, and they would, okay, Miss Daphne, okay, you right. Buck wild, buck wild, and they love to say we from Lafayette. I don't care where you from, but stop beating the dog crap out of your wife. Please stop. Never have I ever seen a black woman out here, 3 in a row, four. She have a set of triplets, but 4 children that graduated at the same time and gone to college.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it. Not in my little circle. Maybe, you know, no. 4 out of 6. The other two is still in school. They got away from it. They traumatized. You know how I recognized those kids was being abused? Because I went through it. They were programmed. They walked a certain way, wouldn't look up. Side eye use, hello, and keep going. That's the stepdaddy for the her sister is deceased and she raised them as babies. But him, I'm telling y'all, so many.
Tim, every time you unmute Tim, you have a background noise. Maybe you're gonna have to drop down and come back up, please. Cause I
But
know you're trying to, I know you're trying to come off mute, but every time you do, it's like a loud stereo
yeah,
noise.
it's a whoop. Okay,
Let me go drop down. Come back. All right.
a whoop.
Okay.
Um, but I've talked to this girl in my garage. I've talked to him. My husband talked to him. We talk. She called the police, put him in jail, bond him out. It's a lot. So my advice to these women is to get out. Just get, I know that's easier said than done, but if you have children, think about it. Think about it. And she the breadwinner. He don't do anything. This girl is the entrepreneur. She do everything, and he's constantly whoop her down, and she constantly bond him out. And I'm talking about y'all. They don't. It don't be no little old smalls. They be real. Every time the police come from
It's
him, he
not funny, but you caught me off guard with the song. It's not funny. I'm
no.
sorry.
I have recorded so much just in case it happened. She told me I need you because if it happened, I need some proof. So my cameras pick up all the sound. If they in the backyard, all I gotta do is look out my window upstairs and I can see down in their yard. He
Is there
run
any type of substance abuse involved in this?
not for her, but him. He drink. Even the last 2 kids terrorized the neighborhood. They just always doing something, always. But my advice, my mom was abused. Okay, we were abused, and had I not made a phone call to Big Mama, we might have been screwed up too. But everybody know my stepfather was a serial killer. We didn't know that, until it was over. It wasn't even over. We found out before it was over. And I just fear one day he gonna take her out. The writing is on the wall because he tried it too many times. They done locked our whole subdivision down several times. He go through the back over the tracks and it lead you to other places. You know, it's a lot. And the poor little, not to be prejudiced, the poor white people over here, they look at me like, now there go a new fool, you know, because I only been to this house 5 years. I had to get more space because grandchildren keep coming. But I feel sorry for her. I do. A beautiful dark skinned girl. You know, she even went got surgery to try to be small, you know, for him. And it didn't work. And he went off and had a kid by the pre-K or daycare teacher or something like that. Younger girl. That's it's a lot. And the police come all the time and he get in and get out and he been on the bracelet, the this and stop smoking and pass all that and they back in there. They own that house. They not just renting something, they own it. So he said she can go and leave my two boys. And she say she not leaving the house because he can't afford to pay for it. And they just stuck like that. They have cars for every child, but they like cash cars. But it's, you know, it's a lot trying to get all those teenager cars. I understand that. But that's the
Yeah, but
neighborhood.
see, she's looking at the material things. It's not even worth it. You
No,
can
she's not
always get
looking.
another
She's not.
house.
Oh yeah, when it comes to the house, you're right. You're right. She that, but I'm telling y'all, he done strangled her, broke her arm. He done everything. He told me, Miss Daphne, the police don't play out here. I said, no, they don't. I said, but it seemed like they playing with you. You know, I told him that I playing with you because you keep coming back home. Leave her alone, Papa. I tell him, I call most men Papa. You know, leave her alone, Papa. But she do a little dirt, but he drove her to it. I'm telling y'all, it's bad. But my advice to anyone that's out there, get away. You can always start over. Know your worth. Know your
Thank
worth.
you. Thank you.
Just, you know,
And
you got to
Copper
know your
said all
worth.
it takes is one time for a man to put his hands on you. Make sure to leave indefinitely that first and last time too. I agree.
Mhm. I can't
You're
understand
not
it.
gonna talk to me, in any kind of way. Talk to me
Mm.
crazy, and I'm disappearing on you. I don't care who you are.
Listen, I told my husband before I got married, my mom was abused, and I don't want to be abused. I'm not going to allow it. And if you can't handle that, I don't want my children beaten. I don't want none of that. I don't want, I'll deal with the girls, you deal with that boy. Because I don't trust no more. And he's the sweetest thing I could have ever met in my life. Good, good man. I'm the strict person. He's the angel, so say. But she's not gonna stop next door until that's what the police officer told me. You know, you calling, you doing the right thing. Everybody complains when we see them getting riled up before it get too bad. One of these houses around this on our street is gonna call. We trying to save her, but they said one cop told me he said it takes them up to 10 times they're gonna come back, and then when they really, really do get the nerve to leave, it's too late. He said he see it all the time. One gonna
Um,
be
I know. What was his name? Timothy was just backstage, but his device wasn't connected. and it wouldn't even give me the option of let me see. He's back. Let's see.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
there it is now.
Okay, can you hear
Hey,
me?
yeah.
Hey, how
You
y'all
wasn't
doing?
connected the first time, so I had to put you down. It didn't give
Okay,
me the option to add you to the stage.
okay.
But I
But do
think it's
anybody
time
else have
for
anything else to say?
Yeah, you know, Vibes, what she was sharing with us. I think we talked about that similar before, how a person, like, you really have to be careful. Um, you could do something without any intent to take somebody out, and it can happen. Did we
Hmm.
talk about that over the phone, or did we talk about it on your channel? Because I think I recall us having a conversation very
Yeah, it
similar.
was over the phone.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
I think we I told them on here, but say it wasn't a secret. You know, yeah, you let me see.
it's
Yeah, cause
sad.
that's actually what I was gonna say just now, Golden. I was actually gonna sit there and tell them like, yeah, I was pushed to the point where I feel like I am just gonna lose this on you, okay? And I'm
Mm.
like, I'm so happy I had when I look back now, and this not to like it's my story, whatever. When I look back now, I'm telling you about my growth. I'm not trying to rehash a drama or a beef, right? But when I look back 2025, last year, this time, I'm happy that I was not weak and I was strong because I remember there was one day if I didn't have self control, I would have been behind bars. The thoughts I was having, the the way I know I was pushed to a point where I'm literally gonna take this thing and I'm gonna bop you upside your shit. Dead
Mm-hmm.
ass. And I picked the thing up and I had it over my shoulder, just ready to swing it. And somebody said, girl, don't do that. You got your kids. I don't know who that was talking to me. Like seriously, like an angel. I said, you know what? That's when I told myself, this is not for me. I see myself behind somebody jail. And
Wow.
that was I gotta go. If
And
you
it
get
can
it onto my spirit so much where I sit up there and want to hurt you, I gotta get away from you. I don't
and
care who you are.
it
Go
can
ahead,
definitely
Gordon.
happen. You know, somebody can really push you to that and get you out of character. Been there
Mm-hmm.
and done that. You know, where somebody, kept pushing my buttons, and I ended up with handcuffs and in a holding
I'm
tank
glad.
cell. So I
Mhm.
know how that can go. Yeah, with those kind of people, you got to get away from them because they will cause you, and you will look like the bad guy. You know, they will cause you to end up behind bars.
Mm.
Yeah, and I
I
don't care
don't
who it
want to
was
do
it
that
a friend
now.
or anything? Anybody that made me that upset, I got to get away from you.
It's the best thing. I mean, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that type of man. Oh, I thank God.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick on that. Based on that, that's why you always gotta be careful who you mess with, who you what I'm saying, who you dating or who you married to or anyone. Be careful because if it's someone that's trying to get you angry, it's a reason. When they're trying to strike your focus, when you peaceful person and know you are, they want you to fight. They want you to be like them. Cause if you ain't like them, they're looking at, oh well, you think you better than the rest of us. So they're cause I've been through it. Like they're trying to distract me from being peaceful. So I don't listen to that. What I do is I walk the other direction. You know what I'm saying? If I have one friend, I have one friend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but so you might lose some by walking away. But at least you walking away with your life. Cause it's like
Mm.
this. It's like this. When what I'm saying, the ones out there, want you to fight them and say you ain't gonna do nothing. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, see, that's the main thing. That's what get us. That's what get a lot of us black people in trouble. Because when they say what you gonna do, what you gonna do, and that's the trigger point to some people. and that trigger point kick in. When it kick in, you ain't think about being peaceful. You ain't think about saying, "Oh, let me walk away from it." You want to get back at it. You want to feed into it. But when you feed into the devil, you lose. So the point is, walk away like a grown up. Walk away from the problem because you know if you get sucked into that, you gonna be in jail, or or you might be deleted. Either way it goes, it's best to walk away from that because nothing good come with drama.
Copper, would you like to share your story or not? Or you're not ready to share your story, or you would choose not to share it? Because that sounds like an interesting story. This is the second
I
time I've
would.
seen you share it. Share briefly share what happened.
Yeah, Carper seemed like you would think she 1,000 years old. Does she have so much going on? I want to hear it, Copper.
I know I keep saying, Copper, go live, tell your story. And I don't know.
She'll
I
make
think
up for
once
it.
she do it the first time and everybody show up, she'll probably keep going live and keep telling her story. She got a story for days. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
I was
You
scared
said,
for
I'll come on
her.
to briefly explain. Okay. The link is pinned in the chat. I'll just drop it.
Because Carver be saying a lot of stuff, all that knocking on doors, phone calls. I be like, this little girl, I don't know how old she is, but she done the same thing. I'm 55 and we did all that.
Girl, Copper is young enough to be our child.
Well,
But
honey,
she's wise. She has a lot of
very
experience. And
wise. Hmm. I wonder,
Mhm.
Carver, did you hang with older people? Because I did. I hung with my
That's what my
grandma.
problem. It's not a problem to me, but that's what happened with me. I always gravitated towards my older neighbors, people that's retired. They could tell me something. Be 90, 99. I'm there
Yeah,
for it. Okay.
they
You
had
done been
good
around.
stories.
Huh?
They had good stories, and I've used
hmm
a lot of it.
I used to love them. They used to call me grandma. That was my play name. And I used to
Yeah.
love sitting with old folks. I couldn't really didn't too much care for a lot of young folks like that. I used to love sitting and listening at those stories.
That's why when people sit there and say, she's so old and she's so this, I just let them talk. No, I just act mature. That's all. Hold on.
Yeah,
Be
because
like,
Vibes
oh,
is
this.
young
I'm like,
too.
yeah. I be
How's
laughing at them.
my
Hey,
audio's good?
Yeah, there go Carper boys.
so far,
All right, good. I just make sure.
girl is doing the same thing again, like the burpee.
Is burping again?
Yeah, the
What
same
the
thing
hell?
happened the last time.
Hold
Exactly what happened the last time is going on. The same song. Remember they said it was your ear pods? Yeah, that was the
Mhm.
issue. It was the ear pods.
Y'all,
It's
I'm
the
here. I'm
same.
gonna mute and go check on Amy. Hold on.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, y'all was definitely giving ASMR vibes. Okay. Yeah, Timothy up here like, oh, I get to hear all these voices. D talking like it's ASMR.
hmm Good night,
Uh,
Shay, Queen Shay.
good night, Queen Sugar Shay. And I know Do or Die said good night earlier. Yeah.
And
And
good night.
everybody just,
I'm sorry.
that was so crazy because D was telling her story and the chat just had to stand still. Everybody listening. Everybody in the bushes just listening.
I'm sorry. They can listen.
Girl, D had somebody drop out of the bushes. I've never seen them before.
Hmm.
Good evening. And maybe you have been down. Aria, good evening. She did have a good story, didn't she?
That was a deep story.
Mhm.
Copper?
Yeah. How I sound now?
Yeah, I think the last time they said was the earbuds. You sound good so far.
All right. What I think is I gotta close all the tabs on my phone and come out of
Yeah.
YouTube and come back again. So yeah, when I was in nursing school, I was shook because we had a me and my cousin had a impending homicide investigation on us. So it was funny because I was in nursing school, so I was in a nursing program that was strict. It was like militant, so you don't like I ain't have no social time. Like you gotta be in your seat, full uniform, by 8 o'clock in the morning, and then once school is done, you still got a lot of studying to do. So it's not, and it's a fast track program. On since it was free tuition, you had to keep. It was only for people who passed a whole bunch of tests, and you had to keep a 80 average. You couldn't score less than 80 and none of that on tests or none of that. You'll be kicked out. So I was in an intense program, right? And at this time, I was used to being around my cousins all the time. And my daughter was about 4 or 5 at the time. And so I remember it was a nice, like, it was a warm day for New York. It was in the middle of November. It was a nice, nice day. And I think it was a holiday. I think it was around like either Columbus Day or Veterans Day. So one day I said, I'm gonna take my daughter outside to go play with her cousins. So as I'm standing outside, my cousins are telling me about the previous night. Something happened where, all right, because each of my aunt got 8 kids, so it's a lot of us. A lot of us, a lot of people don't know, can't tell who's siblings or who's cousins. So we all consider each other. We just say we all family. So the one of my male cousins on a had an incident the night before with a girl. She must have been on drugs, and she started popping off on him, and then they sent for one of the sisters. You know how cousins do. So the sisters, they tell me what happened the night before, how they had to, beat up some girl on the corner. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy. But as they telling me the story, right, my car was parked, and I'm standing on the passenger side with the door open, but I'm standing outside the car with the door open, and all the kids are playing outside. So I see a girl walking through, but she walking through like mad hard, like swinging her arms mad hard, and she grilling us, and she not paying attention to the children. So I'm like, hold up, she about to knock these kids down. Like what's wrong with you? So I could see everybody that was walking by because I was facing towards the away from the street, and everybody else was facing me in a circle. So my cousins turned around, they was like, "That's the girl from last night. That's the girl from last. We had to meet her last night." So I'm like, she bugging, bro. She walking past the kids like she crazy, like she just gonna walk over them. So she started going off at the mouth, right? So we was like, all right, boo. So she started going. We telling her, go ahead, and she not going ahead. She wanna argue and all that. And I have a short temper. I can't argue for long. Once you start yelling at me too much, I wanna fight. I black out. Don't start yelling at me too much. So she was going off at the mouth, right? So we racking all the kids up to go upstairs. Yes, there's a lot of us. We all got kids. So we rounded them up to go upstairs. And as I'm trying to shut up my car, I see her behind the kids. The youngest cousin was like, she was a teenager time. She like 16, 17. So she gathering all the kids to go upstairs, but she in front of them to go open the second door, and the girl walking right behind her behind the kids. So I yanked her. I'm like, where you going? Like, what are you doing? So when I yanked her, she started swinging. So I'm like, girl, don't swing at me. Girl, do not swing at me. Because once I start swinging, I'm not going to stop. So I'm trying to be patient with her, but she keep trying to get her in the game. So she did something. Oh, it was a junkyard, like a automotive junkyard down the block. So she said, oh, she going to the junkyard to get something. Da, da, da. So I said, this girl bugging. So when she came back, she ain't come back with nothing. She's still trying to like walk into us. Like she had to be on drugs. The way she was moving, like I can't even explain the way she was walking. She wasn't walking like a normal person. But long story short, right? She started charging one of my cousins from behind because I keep watching her keep trying to sneak up behind people when they turn their back. So I had a regular hammer in my hand. like a hammer, because I took it out the side of my car door when I saw her walking crazy. Cause I'm like, who is her? Who is she? And she said she was going to get something out the shop. So I had my hand in my hand. So when as soon as she went to go walk up on my cousin, I, I bopped her right on top of her head with the hammer, right? So she turned around. She was dizzy. She didn't know who hit her. So she started swinging. She must have been dizzy thinking like she's swinging at people. So she starts swinging. She says, so she like, who hit me? She made contact with the wrong person, which was my male cousin who just came, and she started trying to swing at him. So, he just pushed her off. So when she got up, she was kind of confused. And she's like, oh, y'all want to jump me? Y'all want to jump me what? So she started going back down to the junkyard to get a metal piece, right? So at this time, we was like, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. Because she calling police. And mind you, this building we live in, a lot of my family live in the same building, but different apartments, right? So she don't know what apartment we live in. So as she calling the police, I'm trying to move my car now because I'm thinking she saw a carman, and I tried to go around the block and park my car somewhere else just in case she was like, oh, they was in this car. But by the time I start driving around and I'm looking for a parking spot, I see mad ambulance and mad police rushing the building. So good thing the ambulance came first because they blocked the view of the police seeing me. So I had to lay down in the car and I parked my car behind the ambulance so they couldn't see me. And I seen the police looking for them. They went in the building. They tried to see what apartments we went in and everything, right? So long story short, the next day, detectives came and picked up my cousin. And that's how the whole thing got about that the girl passed away, whatever, from um some brain damage or whatever. And then yeah, they came looking for us, and the prosecutor was talking to my cousin mostly, but they didn't. I don't know if God was on our side because they didn't really push for it. They sort of fight on the cameras. Good thing we had cameras. They sort of fight the night before at the corner store. Then they saw what happened in front of the building. They subpoenaed the cameras in front of from my cousin, from my art building, from the landlord. So yeah, that's what happened. Like they was, but me and my cousin was shook because my cousin was already on probation, so she ended up going to Rikers Island, sitting on Rikers Island for that for a while. And the DA telling me, "Oh, we're gonna be in contact with you, but don't try to go nowhere, don't try to do this." They was trying to scare me, like, you better not run. I'm like, nah, I'm in nursing school. I go to school every day. I'm home. If I'm not home, I'm at my nursing school. That's the only two addresses you're gonna find me. So that's what I went through with that. That when I say it was a mistake, or because I bopped in the head with that thing, and she ended up passing away from that.
Yeah, well, it can easily happen.
Yeah.
Like, I know your intent wasn't to take her out, but you
Uh-uh.
know, that's what I say. I've said it so many times. I know how that can happen, where
Yeah.
something like D shared, you know, just that poke, you don't think that it would, you know what I mean, take a
It would
person
do
out.
much damage, right?
Right,
Because it was
right.
funny, right? The way I hit her, I tapped the hammer on her back first because I was like, I don't want to use all my strength. So I hit her in the back first, like to make sure I hit her lightly, and then I cocked it on top of her head. So I wasn't trying to use force because I had tested it. I didn't test it first, and I was just like, well, damn. So they were saying she was a known drug user too. That's probably why it was even worse. 'Cause I was like, yeah, she had to be hot out there. She was really tweaking. Like her eyes was out, like her pupils was dilated. She was talking so fast and so angry, like an angry monster. And I was just like, what's wrong with this girl? Who is this girl? And she kept trying to sneak up on people. And I was like, something wrong with this girl. Yeah. My cousin was crying because she was already sitting on Rikers Island. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to be right with you. I'm about to be right with you. But they didn't really push for it. They let her go. They stopped calling me. They was like, they not pushing through with it. So I was like, thank God.
Yeah, you definitely got a story.
Hmm.
It's
Wow.
definitely a story.
Uh-huh.
I knew Copper had it in her.
What you mean? How would it be?
I wanted to hear that story the last time she shared it, but when she shared it today, I said, well, shoot, let me see if she's ready to share it with the world, like the details about the story. But once again, like we said, or like I've said many times before, you know, you can do something to somebody without any intent on taking them out,
Hmm.
maybe hurting them, giving them a lesson, and it can easily turn into something else. That's the very reason why I just want to be able to avoid it. Like, I just don't even want to be put in the position. Okay. Like, I just don't even want to have to defend myself if possible. But
Hmm.
definitely I will.
Yeah,
That's why I said I
right
don't
back
really
in.
hang around. I don't hang out too much. I don't socialize, especially. I realized when I used to go to bars, I'm beating up people. Then I don't remember who I beat up. It got to a point where people telling me, "Yo, that's the such such you beat up," and I'm like, "Damn, that's kind of dangerous," because I'm not remembering these people. And they could easily catch me slipping. Like, I'm good. I don't want to be. I don't want to be around alcohol users, especially. I ain't going to no bar events. I don't want to go to brunch with nobody. I don't want to do none of that where there's going to be a chance of people are going to be drunk because I just can't deal with it. I stay to myself. I just work. I be with my man. If I don't, I don't really hang out with no friends like that either. My cousins is the main girls I hang out with. I hang out with my boy cousins. But we all big now. We got kids. The most we click up when there's something going on for the kids or like Mother's Day or something, and we all cooking. And we still have sleepovers and everything. We all the adults we lay down in one room, kids in one room. But as far as hanging out outside, no, I'm all right. People
Well,
crazy.
nothing is wrong with it. I'm a believer in family. Like, if you can just be with your family, I mean, it's good and healthy to have outside, people who you're dealing with, but they got to be the right people, you
Right.
know. Um, but overall, I'm into family. Me, and especially at the age I'm at, I really don't care as long as I have my children, and that's why I so badly want them to have children, so I can have grandkids, great grandkids, whatever.
Hmm.
I'm good with, and I enjoy being with my family.
Me too, girl.
Me too.
That's what I tell people. They be like, "You ain't got." I'm like, I don't make friends. That's one of my mottos. I don't. Even when I was in nursing school, I used to have this motto like, "No new friends, no new friends." And I'm like, listen, all my friends, I knew them from childhood. I know their family. I know everything about them. So I can't call you my friend if I don't know you. I'm not making no new friends in the day. I have associates and acquaintances, yes, but friends, no, I don't. I don't
That's
have no
why.
friends.
That's why it's always weird to me when I see even siblings don't even get along, and I'm looking like it's just I would never wrap my head around it because I know with me how me and my siblings are. Like you ever been so close to somebody where you could trust them, they are never gonna hurt you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to worry about if my sister have something up her sleeve or even if she say, okay, take this card, sis, and go to the store and buy this chicken or whatever. You get it? She don't
Mhm.
have to worry about as a sister, oh, let me save this number or let me, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that.
Yeah, well, I can't say it I can say the majority of it comes from the home. There are cases where children, that there are some children that just, sway away, but it does have a lot to do with the upbringing too. I know my brother and I growing up, we would argue. He was mean and always about, trying to tell me what to do. And I was like, mm-mm. That's why I keep saying I've never allowed people to tell me what to do. And with him being the oldest, I was supposed to behave sometimes. But when he would be mean, my dad used to get on him and I always tell him, your sister is your best friend. Your sister is your best friend. And it took him for us to become like full grown adults. And there was some things that had taken place where I had to, you know what I mean, do some things. And he was like, damn, daddy used to always say. your sister is your best friend.
Yeah. I remember our mom telling us that when we were little. You know how you sit down with your kids, like you could just be sitting outside in the backyard or something. And she said, "Come here," when all of us playing and stuff. I don't remember how old I was, but I know she got all of us in the huddle and she told us, if anything, when y'all get older, always have each other back. I don't care what y'all got going on, always have each other back. Especially if my eyes close and I leave this earth, the one way to disappoint me is to not have each other's back. And I still remember that till this day. Mhm.
Well, that was definitely a good lesson. I've shared that with my kids too, but that's the very reason why I try to keep them together. Like I try to make sure we do things together, so they'll always understand. Like, and I've told them too, like, you two are all y'all really have. Now, I've also shared with them when you get a spouse, don't let your sibling, interfere with that situation, but also know that, you know what I mean? Uh, don't ever separate,
Yeah.
always stay together.
Yeah, and all of us have our partners, and nobody overstep any boundaries or it be any drama. Like my husband can't tell you one single time any person ever in my family over all this time we've been together have ever disrespected him or made him feel some type of way or made him feel like you were even looking at him sideways. He can't tell you nobody have ever said anything in my family crazy to him because they know I respect you. So I'm not saying, family gonna have their thoughts about people as an in-law, but he can't tell you nobody in my family have ever disrespected him or made him feel some type of way over 2 decades.
Me and my brother, we had I think sibling rivalry is like a curse, a generational curse in our family for real. Because between my own kids, they used to fight. Me and my brother we was enemies at one point. We was enemies so much at one point that when I was a teenager, we used to be pew pewing at each other from across the street down the block. And I remember when our parents found out, right? Our parent and my mother was like, that's how my grandfather and his brother used to be. Cause she talking about back in Harlem, back in like the 1930s when they was running numbers and bootleg liquor and everything. And her grandfather had one block and the brother had another block, but they didn't get along. And one person across the street, they was pewing at each other, right? So me and my brother used to do that. We used to we ain't intend to hit each other, but we used to just have attitudes with each other and talking shit. And it's like I didn't have my brother is older than me, right? And my mother used to always say, "Everybody not your friend." So my brother used to have a problem with me because his friends used to come around. He think I'm supposed to be his friends too. Like I'm supposed to be nice to them. Like those your friends, those not my friends. And he'll be like, "Oh, why you can't say hi back?" Because if I don't like somebody, I don't like somebody. You can't make me say hi to nobody I don't like. So he used to come back, "Oh, she being rude, she being mean, or somebody knock on the door that I know my mother wouldn't like knocking on the door either. I would close the door in their face. Like, you gonna have to wait till you come outside. I'm not getting him for you." So he used to have an attitude with me about these things, like, "Oh, she mad mean, this and this and that." But the thing is, people knew me and my brother used to beef. And I ain't tell my I was never the type like I'm gonna get my brother for nothing. Or my I never put my father in none of my battles or my brothers in none of my battles. And he used to find out about certain things, like if I had beef with somebody, if I had a fight with a boy, because I mostly used to fight boys. He next thing you know, they tell me, "Yo, your brother beat such and such up." So we had that relationship where we hated each other, but we had each other back. So fast forward, right? Now that we older, it's like 2006. Me and my brother wasn't really talking at the time. Matter of fact, me and him was locked up at the same time. And I kind of felt bad at that time because I'm like, damn, my parents don't have both their kids in the house. Like, we both locked up because we out here doing dumb shit, whatever, whatever. So I connected with him. I got permission to write him in the jail because you in jail, you can't write other jails. That's an automatic no. So I had to get permission to write to him and everything. So I was just telling him like, "Yo, we gotta do better." whatever, our parents is getting older, we can't be in and out in jail, this is not the life they wanted for us. But at the same time, like, see, when I got locked up for my own things. I used to always say, I don't need no co-defendants because I don't need nobody telling on me or trying to cooperate. And they know they was with me doing the same thing and they get less time than me. I always is like, I'm not putting myself in that predicament because I learned from his mistakes. Those his peoples. And he always get the short end of the stick because he's so friendly with everybody. He don't pick up vibes like I do. Like, I could tell when certain people snakes, right? My brother didn't have that in him. He didn't have that instinct with certain people snakes, and I got that from my mom. And that's what she used to always tell us. He used to try to complain to her about me, but she used to be like, she used to try to tell her, everybody not your friend. So now fast forward 2006, right? Me and my brother, we doing our things in the streets. So I called him. I remember I called him that day. I need something from him. Usually I didn't call him. It was my best friend I called him because me and him ain't ready to get along. But I said, you know what? Let me call him because I'm closer to him today. I was like, he not in Harlem today. I'm closer. Let me just call him because I'm closer. So as I'm calling him, I'm saying, I need this and this and this. He like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna call you back. Like he was panicking on the phone. So as I'm around and I call and I start calling my people for the day, like what's going on? The feds on our block snatching everybody up. Like they picking them one by one. Like they picking strawberries out of the field. Like you, because summertime, everybody start coming out at the same time. It's like a schedule. You know when people gonna start coming outside. People coming out their door, they getting snatched. The feds at the door waiting for them. So when I called my brother back, I'm like, yo, such just got snatched up. He like, yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, I can't link up with you. I can't do nothing. So I'm like, say your girl. He like, nah, we not leaving this house. We not opening the door. So I'm like, okay. So next thing you know, the feds is at my brother's door. They knocking on his door. He telling me they at my door, but I'm not opening the door. So I'm like, damn, the feds gonna raid the whole building now because I'm in the same building as my brother at my parents' house. And I'm scared now, thinking, damn, they probably gonna come here next because, even though he don't live here, this is one of his known addresses. This is my parents' house. So now I'm scared. So I go out because we had two doors. A lot of people didn't know in our apartment building that certain apartments had two doors. So I went through the back door and I was like, all right, nobody in the hallway because the back door leads you to another side of the building. So police won't even see you. They would see you in the hallway, but they wouldn't think you come from that apartment. So I was like, all right. I went out through the back. So I left. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting out the hood because everybody gets snatched up. I don't know what's going on. And long story short, right? They were snatching up people left and right. My brother, he wasn't opening the door, but my brother was on parole. He had to open the door for his parole officer. So that's how the feds got him. So now I'm scared now because I don't know what to think. I don't know what they sent him for. I don't know exactly what's going on. But long story short, between that case, 28 people from my hood got picked up on that one case. And they consider my brother the kingpin. So many people turned on him, told on him. Like three people turned on him. And guess what? It was the three people I never liked. Three of these people, I never liked them. The same people he said I was rude to, same people I never liked. And they've been wearing wires since we was teenagers. They was wearing wires since we was in middle school. Some of them. So I go back to the point where I told them, I said, you see, mom used to tell you everybody ain't your friend and you don't listen. Everybody ain't your friend. Cause I could have got caught up in that mess with you too, cause you think everybody is their friend. So I got saved that time too. That's why I used to say when I did get locked up, I didn't complain because there's so many things I didn't get caught for that I could have went to jail for. So whatever I got caught for, little BS I got caught for, I just took my time with no problem. I didn't cry about it. I didn't beg nobody to bail me out. Nothing. I just said, let me just do my time. I didn't even want visits. I said, let me do my time. And that was that.
Um, it was something I was going to ask you about that. Oh, it sounds to me that the other guys got off like with less time if they snitched. So it
Yeah,
sounds to me that your brother was considered like the mastermind.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was. They hit him with, well, I think they call it the kingpin or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was hit with like the kingpin status. And you know what's so crazy? One of the boys didn't get snatched because he was a real informant from, like I said, we was teenagers. And you know what? I never used to like this guy. He was one of those guys. He used to always come to the block with a story. Yo, I did this and I did that. I'm like, this nigga always talking about what he did. He always bragging, but you don't see nothing going on. Like he not doing nothing. So I always never liked the dude, right? And a funny thing is, this is when Boost phones and Nextel phones is out. I don't remember the chirp phones. So I had a
Yeah, I
next
remember those.
I had a Nextel phone, but the same guy, I'm gonna call her. Let's call him Rich, right? Rich Rich was selling Boost mobile card prepaid cards like for a deal, 3 for 25. So when I had Nextel, I ended up getting a Boost as a second phone because most people had Boost and it was prepaid, right? And that's how I could use it as a throwaway phone or whatever because I didn't want to throw away my Nextel. I always had a nice Nextel phone. So when I first got my Boost and they was telling me, yo, Rich got the cards 3 for 25, I used to always go to him, right? First of all, I used to go because I used to go to my best friend house every day, who's a boy. So I used to go to his building. And Rich is always in front of his building. So when I used to go and I used to be like, yo, let me get I want some cards. He's always tell me, oh, I ran out. I ain't got no more. Mind you, one day I just came from my best friend house. My best friend just told me I just got three off of Rich. And I seen Rich like 5 minutes later. I'm like, yo, I need cards. He like, y'all ran out. So every time I seen Rich, he always telling me he run out of cards. So I'm like, all right, he must know I don't like him. So he just don't want to sell it to me or something. Like he know I don't respect his gangster. But kind of find out in our Rico case, those feds gave him those boost cards. He was tapping everybody's phone with those boost cards. He was selling them to.
I was just about to tell you, it sounds to me that he was saving you,
Yeah.
and if those boost cars, I mean, basically, those people could have, I mean, they knew that those if he was selling those boost cards, they knew that it was something illegal about those cards. But they was getting a deal. That's the very reason why I don't even want to be involved in no, I don't want nobody buying no credit cards from nobody. No, I don't want to do it. Because I know how that can go. Like how you said, all that whole time. Huh.
Yep. He
Timothy,
was
I
And
know I
I keep
keep
telling people, I've told people, yeah, people will think they're getting away with something, and the whole time the Fed is watching them and already know. They already know. They just letting you do more and more to build that case. They might not pop you until 2 or 3 years later.
and when we got the discovery when they went all the way back to junior high school days, that's how we found out it was him in the from the because he must have been wearing a chain and it had a camera and a chain. So he facing everybody talking to them. You can see everybody talking, but you could hear him talking. Like he not saying much. He like asking little questions and everybody else talking. So that's the first discovery where we realized it was him. And then right after that, my block got snatched up. He ended up getting another block not too far from us indicted. So everybody kind of found out. I was like, yeah, it's Rich. Rich is snitched. Da, 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 da. And it was crazy because his grandmother was loved on the block, well respected, and she was scared to come outside. And it was just so much. Like she was scared to come outside. She wanted to be moved. She lived in an elderly, like subsidized housing program. So they was telling her she get a transfer, that she can't contact her family, all this. And she was like, she didn't want to move. She just gonna stay in the house and pray to God or whatever, whatever. And yeah, this man and we still trying to figure out what could he did at so many years young to make him come an informant so young and collecting dirt on people all these years. Like what did you get yourself in so much that you had to become an informant? But this is why people that talk so much about what they do, I don't believe him because he was one of the main ones. Oh, I did this and I did that. He used to always come back to the block with a story. And I'm like, I'm just looking at him like, you a bozo. Like, you always got a story. Like, I don't care. Nobody believe you, bro. Like, nobody believe you. Yep. But it ended up being him.
Well, maybe he was an informant because he had to be, like, in order to get out of some trouble that he had gotten himself into, and the trade was okay. Well, you help us knock the whole block out.
That's what we was wondering because they was young.
Hmm.
He's teenagers. Like, what you did so young that you have to become a like he's a real informant. It's like you this the hood you grew up in for one. Then you go in the other hoods doing the same thing. Like, and you're not even getting paid for it. You out here looking crazy because he started aging over. We used to call him George Jefferson because at that time, mind you, we in our 20s at this point. He had the receding hairline. He looked at crazy, and we like that's all that karma's coming on you. Because when we finally confirmed it was him with the booth phones, he set up this Jamaican lady on my block. He used her phone. He said, "Let me use your phone." He said, and he was like, I guess she ain't want him like, nah, I don't want you to use my phone. So he swindled her. He's like, listen, I got a card. I'll put a card on your phone. Let me use your phone. And then once they put together the card and she got snatched like right after that, after he left her, everybody was like, yeah, it's him because everybody didn't know for sure because we didn't have the discovery yet. But when the discovery came out, yes, it was confirmed it was him. Yep.
Vibes, you're getting close to 3 hours,
I know.
but I know
I
you
just
haven't
want.
been here for a while. But I just was
I know.
reminding you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I know we've been dying to hear a couple stories. So I'm
Yes,
happy that she finally was telling a story.
but I mean, it's a good lesson behind that. I mean, I've said it before. You know, it's just best for folks to leave other people alone.
Mhm.
You know, because that could have been avoided.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? Not to sell my family out, but my cousin was my main supplier. If you see my cousin, nobody knows he's a big time hustler. He dressed in white t-shirts and blue jeans every day. He got a little BMW, but he ride a bicycle. He don't wear no flashy jewelry. He just take care of his kids and he quiet. He don't party. You don't see him in no spotlight. He just a boring dude. And when we started getting our stuff from him, he used to always make it seem like don't let nobody know it's me. Nobody knew our cousin was the one we was getting our stuff from. So when that happened, right? Everybody thinking it's my brother is the plug, and not knowing it's my cousin in the background the whole time. But he live a nice and quiet life. He don't party, he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't do none of that. All he do is take care of his kids and stay on the block. He'll bring his grill out in a minute and just live his life regular. You will never know if you see him. And he ain't never got caught up in nothing. Never.
Low key.
And that's why I used to tell my brother, say, you see, he ain't got no friends and he good. He want my brother want to put everybody on like, yo, I got this. Come, everybody eat. He want to be one of those. And I was like, I have my circle of friends, but I know what friends is capable of what, right? I know my friends. Like if I go out with them, we end up in a fight. I don't expect certain friends to fight because I know they're not fighters. Just like I wouldn't expect certain friends to get in the field with me, and then if the police come at them, I feel like they're gonna have pressure on them. They're just gonna be talking. I'm not gonna put them in that predicament with me. Him, he wanted everybody eat or we all eat. No, no, no. That's exactly why you ended up in that predicament. Everybody ain't gotta know what you're doing. You ain't gotta put everybody on.
He said, as Copper said earlier, do your dirt alone.
Exactly. I don't need no co-defendants. I don't need nobody pointing at me, telling on me. Nah. And you get less of time than me because you wouldn't tell and you was doing the same dirt as me. That's why I tell police all the time. I don't agree with your process of cooperation where y'all give people less of time when they just because they feeding you information. You should get you the cop. You the one who went to the academy. The prosecutors went to law school. Do your job because y'all ain't criminals. Feel like when niggas start telling, they get a sense of entitlement too. They feel like they could still do dirt and tell on you and still not facing as much consequences because they know they're gonna tell on somebody.
Well, see, the problem is that a lot of people don't understand that they could just shut up because if they're asking these questions, A lot of times they don't know, but that's how they're
Exactly.
able to build their case. It's because you singing and telling, and then now you're helping them with the investigation. So now you're able to help them prosecute because a lot of times they don't really have the information. And if you're not giving them the information, oh well, you know. But a lot of people think that, oh, let me just tell them this and tell them that and they'll get off of my back. No, what you're doing, like that's why they say remain silent. That's why
Exactly.
that your attorney tells you that. It's
And my
for a
mother,
reason.
my mother always told us that. My mother been working in law before I was born. So she always tell us. I remember when I was 12, right, and I got picked up for a robbery, right, for armed robbery. So I remember the cop. I remember I was on one of these stolen bikes, and I was like, somebody gave me money. I was going to the store up the hill, and something told me like I just felt something. I felt some heat was on me for some reason. So I ride on the bike and I see two cops standing in front of the store. So I looked at them. I ain't get no energy off them. So I said, all right, I'm gonna keep riding. But as I'm riding, is these cars, a whole bunch of detectives pulled out. They got guns on my head, drop to the ground. And I just jumped off the bike, but I looked at the ground. The ground was all dirty and everything. I'm like, I'm not getting on the ground. They like, get on the fucking ground. They cursing me out. I'm like, I got a white t-shirt on. I'm not getting on the ground. Like my hands is up. So they was looking for a weapon. I didn't have the weapon on me, so I wasn't worried about it. Cause I kind of figured like what we did earlier that day, somebody told on us. So I didn't have the weapon on me. So I wasn't worried about it. But they had guns in my head like I was FBI most wanted. And I'm like, damn, I'm a little ass girl. Y'all got me out here looking crazy, like in front of everybody. And then so I finally get on the floor. Like I said, let me go on the floor over there, right? I was I swear I was negotiating. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go on the floor over there. This floor right here is mad dirty. I'm not getting on the floor. So as I'm getting on the floor, they all on me. They got my guns drawn at me still. I'm like, what the fuck? And I see a crowd of feet around me, and they yell, everybody like, so everybody like, yo, you want me to go get your father? Cause my father was known to chill like a block away from where it happened. I'm like, no, I don't get my father. Don't get. So they saying my name, my government name. I'm like, stop saying my name. I'm gonna like stop saying my name. Don't tell nobody nothing. So when I got to the precinct, and my parents found out, so they got to the precinct fast, and my mother always told me don't talk, so I wasn't talking. And the detective was getting frustrated as hell with me. I could see he was getting frustrated. So I was like, I don't know what you want to tell me. If you're gonna take me to the booking, take me to a booking. But I'm not talking. Like, so when my parents came, they was telling like he tried to get my mother head like, oh, she not talking. So she was like, yeah, she not gonna talk. She don't need to talk. What you need to talk for? So he was like, "Oh well, if she don't talk." They tried to play a little waiting game, have me sit there, have my parents sit there. Then he came back. Well, she's a suspect of not of the robbery, so we gotta wait to put her in a couple of lineups just in case somebody identify her. Oh, they was doing all these bullshit tactics. Didn't talk. But the detectives were so mad, they got me out there so quick. I said, "Oh, what happened? What happened to the lineups I was supposed to be in?" Oh, you going to the bookings? Yeah, I thought I was. Yeah, because you thought you was gonna have me sitting here running my mouth to you. I ain't
Yeah,
never run
that's
my
a
mouth.
tactic. That's a
Hmm.
tactic because people they break. Okay, we'll just keep them in this room and they'll get tired and they just want to go home and they'll go ahead and tell us something.
Yep.
You just got to hold off and just be like, well, we just got to sit, even if you don't want to be there. You
Right,
just
because
got
you
to,
can't
we
go
got to
nowhere.
sit here the whole night.
Right. Just sit it out.
Pass me a blanket.
That's all you gotta do. Shut up and sit it
Uh-huh.
out. That's all you gotta do. Hmm.
I know Warrior down in the chat like talking about at 12.
And
Ready
I
to
see
talk
so
about.
many people on here. I'm like, boy, oh boy, like they just be, never mind. Trying to manipulate, thinking that they telling or like I'm clear this up, and all they doing is, they would be the type that would have themselves thrown right in jail, running their mouth too much.
Yep.
Mm.
You know what's funny about D comment? Because when I got locked up at 13 and I was charged as an adult, so of course I was transported by myself to Supreme Court, and they had to put me in cell by myself because, of course, I couldn't sit with the adults. So every time they used to see me come shackled through like the adults, they used to be like, "Who's that? The baby face killer? Who's that? The baby face killer?" And I used to be like, "Why are they calling me that? They don't even know what I'm here for." Every time I went
Oh
to court,
gosh.
that's what they used to call me. They oh sorry, they used to call me the baby face unaliver. Sorry. And I said, where did you get that from? I didn't make the news. So many kids make the news. I know I ain't make the news. Yep.
Yeah.
They used to try to pass me cigarettes and everything. I'm like, I don't smoke no cigarettes. They like, but you can make money off of it. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't a juvenile selling cigarettes. Cigarettes is not a hot commodity in juvenile.
But they definitely are a hot commodity. Okay. And you definitely can get, make some money.
Yeah, if I was in Rikers, I almost got a lawsuit because that time when I tell you the cop said he was gonna put line me up for 9 robberies. At first, they didn't believe my age, so I'm like, I'm like, I'm not. So they're like, you going to Rikers? I don't care what you say. So I was like, all right, if you send me to Rikers, that's a lawsuit. I don't send me to Rikers. I ain't scared to go to Rikers, but I'm there no go. I'm gonna sit there as long as y'all let me sit there, cause I already knew the law at that time. If they had you sitting in a jail every day, you get paid a certain amount of money for sitting there. Plus, whatever excess you're gonna hit them with, like whatever charges you get, that's a lawsuit. You can't put me in a housing facility with adults and I'm a juvenile. So I said, so he didn't believe me. That's another reason he asked my parents. They was like, "What? How old is she?" Like he felt like somebody was lying to him. I'm like, I am not 16. So you cannot put me on Rikers Island, dude. But hey, if you want to send me to Rikers, send me to Rikers.
You know what? I knew of a guy who was an adult and got caught selling drugs, and he lied about his age so that he could go to juvenile hall, so that he wouldn't have to, they would, going to juvenile hall with that kind of crime would not be as bad as going to regular jail with that kind of crime. And he was able to get by, lied about his age, and he was definitely older than a juvenile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That
girl. It
was
was
back then. I don't know how they do things now, but that happened back in the 80s.
yeah, cause some boys in there, they be having grown bears and deep voices. You be like, you sure you're not 18? Cause you scared to go to the island or something? Cause you sound like a grown man. Yep.
Mhm. Let's start trying to wrap it up a little bit. I know Timothy ain't get a word in.
Is Timothy
And
still
forever.
awake?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Timothy.
What do you think about all of this, Timothy? Before Vibes wraps it all up.
Well, I say, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I already told y'all before. Nothing good come with drama. We can hear stories all day. But it's all the same thing. It connects with drama, and when with drama, what it does is it could affect your life. It could affect what you do. Like when you get out of jail, it could affect you because you can't get something what you want, like a good job or things you want for yourself. It's hard to get that. It's already hard to get that already. So what you gonna make it? What you think is gonna be so easy for you when you get out? So therefore, people are going through that same cycle. You know what I'm saying? And that kid's going through it, and that kid's going through it, and that kid's going through it. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a curse. What people can't break out of. The only thing you can break out of is ask God to guide you. So that's what one thing with people failing to count on God to guide you to that the right moment, to guide you to give me help me, to help you to guide you to the right place to get that help, what you need to fix yourself and your family. Because how can you fix your family and yourself not taken care of, yourself not fixed yet? So learn to work with yourself before you work with someone else. So yourself always got to be taken care of first, the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Then things will work out better for you. Keep that in mind.
Thank you, Timothy.
Okay,
I just,
All
vibes.
right.
I just want to add something on what he said because I'm an advocate for this. If you have a record, as long as you
I'm
don't
gonna
have
let
no,
you tell us, and then we gonna get out of here.
all right, as long as you don't have a record like some for like some wicked like M charge or child abuse or any kind of abuse, there's still jobs out. It's not like the 80s and 90s no more. Like there's a lot of people who got records. They're doctors, pharmacists, nurses. It's so many jobs now. As long as you're honest on your licensing paperwork, because they're gonna do the background check, and the most they're gonna do is deny you. But a lot of jobs just want you to be honest, and you gotta have a disposition from the courts. So if you're a felon and you want to go to school or you want to trade, or you want a degree, don't get discouraged. You can still get good jobs out here. I'm a whole nurse and I lived a crazy life.
And speaking of that, like you said, that you can, when they do the background check, you can also file some sort of appeal, even if they deny you and with an explanation,
Mhm.
and they can, and with they can reconsider.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and that's that. But like you said, as long as it's not something like violent, when it's violent, you're you don't have as many opportunities. But
Right.
even with that, you can still make something out of that, because I know I've heard of like truck driving and stuff like that where they make a decent salary and they have backgrounds, all kinds of backgrounds.
Mhm. It's true. Okay,
But
I'm here. I'm looking at the comments, but I know I'm gonna go. But no, D was down there laughing, talking about Timothy is in hog heaven. Nah, he's not. Let me see.
right, D, a lot of those companies that do hire them, they definitely get a tax write off. There, in fact, I know like there's a list of companies that will hire you. Like I do know like Home Depot, and there's a lot of other ones that will hire you with the background. And they definitely get tax write-offs for doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, I don't speak just cause I think I'm in high heavens. It's not. No, my point is like I speak is it's like I speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever I say, I will speak the truth. I won't hold nothing back. You know what I'm saying? How I feel, but at the same time, it's about respect. Respect the person, regardless, no matter what. And see, the thing about it is, you know, it's like when God give me something to say, I'll say it straight up. I don't feel to hold back. Cause it's like this. My flames is too, God gave me a flame that's too strong to be pulled out by water. It's like, you have to learn to let it go. Release and let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Cause it's not the past, you gotta flush out, let it go, and ask God to help me. What can I do to get
That
better?
that's the way. I don't mean to cut you off, Timothy, but that's the way I took it when I read the comment. I thought she meant like you chilling, you surrounded with all these ladies and
Yeah,
feminine
he said
energy, and
hi.
you just chilling
Timothy
like
said
hog
hi.
heaven.
Yeah, he
Mm?
said hog heaven to Timothy, not high heaven. Hog like the pig.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what he really means. What you say that? So you gotta be specific, more specific on that. It's kind of
Uh
yeah. It can mean anything. It can mean smoking, getting high, and hot up there. Either
no,
way, either way it
it
goes. Okay,
you
go
in a
ahead.
good state. Like you in a relaxed state. You all right. You chilling. You good.
But yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. It's in peace. It's in peace. Well, I got you. I'm sorry if I understand it, misunderstanding, but it's in me in peace. Yeah, yes, I am. I'm in peace because I
I've
made my peace a
never,
long time ago.
yeah, I've never heard anybody use that phrase before, hog heaven. So I just assumed off top of hearing it for the first time, I just thought maybe chilling. So that's the way I took it.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
that's a
country.
country saying, because I've heard of people say that, but they were older, from the South. So that might be like a country kind of saying from the
Hmm.
older folk.
And I want to say this too. And I thank you. I thank the other girl. I didn't get a chance to thank the other girl for for coming up. She's showing her story too, and she had a interesting story. And
That was
I want to thank her for coming in up here, and because it take a lot of strength to come up in here and tell your story. And I thank you for coming up in here and telling your story too. And I appreciate that. And I go and my prayers always gonna be with you, and I'm gonna pray for you and your family and be strong. Everything will be okay.
thank you, Timothy. That was the same person that was on the panel. You know
Oh
that?
yes, oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying it to. Who got who left? Who got she left early? I guess you dropped down. You get a chance to say bye. So that's why I'm saying it to. Yeah.
yeah. She said she had to get off to go do something. Cause I had stepped away and I came back and I realized she had went out, got off the panel.
Yeah, cause I saw her drop. So, cause y'all was talking, I didn't want to interrupt. So when people talking, I don't just straight interrupt. So I like to to finish, so I can finish that point. But that was still going talking. So I just let them talk until I say something. Right. So yeah, so
Hmm.
I didn't get a chance to say bye to her and everything like that. So that's what. Yeah.
I've always learned to just listen and hear people out. Some people, no shade to anybody. I'm not saying anybody here. That's what they're going through. But it's a known fact that people in these spaces on YouTube, they're lonely. Some of them are lonely. They just want to come on the panel or be in a chat and be talking to somebody. They
Right.
might not have anybody that even care or be around them or whatever. They just want to
Right.
be a part of something, so just be easy sometime. Let them talk. You don't know if
Right.
they just want to vent and get that off them, to get that, you know what I'm saying, off their chest.
Right.
Not saying that go for D. I'm just saying. You just
Yeah.
always let
Yeah.
people say what's on their heart.
Yeah. Be see because this is why I always believe. Queen. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't be like nobody else. Don't try to be like a fake character. Just be yourself. Just come in and just and share your story. That's all. Share your story, like share your story, and we listen and hear you. That's why I'm not staying quiet just to be around the bush and just stay quiet. No, I'm listening. That's why I'm staying quiet for, ladies. I'm listening. I'm not sleeping. I'm not just snoring, going, fading away. No, I'm listening. So I'm a very humble man. You could tell, very humble man. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like anyone else. Anyone else like who stuck up. No, I'm going to be a person. I'm going to be myself and me, and God's on my shoulders. Like he telling me, you know, these is good stories. At the same time, I'm taking it in, and I'm saying I'm gonna use this when I pray. I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna pray for their families, and I'm gonna pray for them to get stronger to help them. Oh yeah, in course, people come up in here needs, meaning come up here and need someone to talk to be lonely.
Hmm.
Oh yes, and see, and that's what you know we be used on. What God used us to talk to them people when they come on the panel and need help to talk to, whoever need help and need guidance, we to guide them and help them type of people.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But I want to say thank you all for coming up and sharing your stories. They're actually deep stories. Very deep. I'm definitely going to listen to this live over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I know
Because a
you
lot
listen
of
to other
stuff we
ones.
miss it in real time sometimes. Mm. Well, I do.
And I know you I know you told I think it was like the last panel you did, you said I listened to the other panel was like 3 times. You was like, it was so funny. Y'all miss out. You got it on membership, but it's like you said, you miss out. It was so funny. Everything like that. See, speaking of that, I told myself, I said, you know what? If you look at this, look how this panel going. Look how peaceful it's going right now. And now you go see other panels. Go look at this and say, you know what? Maybe we need to get our stuff act together. Maybe we need something peaceful. Cause let me tell you something. Cause I'm telling you, one good seed will grow to some more seeds. Fresh seeds will grow. Some more seeds will grow. So we go keep it going. So when you keep it going, more seeds will grow, and that could be the one to be following us. So look at that. Look at that. That's a blessing. Look at that. Watch and see. It'll be a lot of changes will be happening.
Okay. Well, let's get up out of here. I got stuff to do in the morning. That's why. So
All right.
thanks to Golden for keeping me because I'm like, girl, don't let me be going over, okay? We'll see. And the other night we looked up and it was what almost 5 hours. I'm like, oh Lord, can we be time go by fast. We be having fun. So thank
Right.
you to everybody. Aria in the chat say, pray for me too, Timothy, for my health. I know you have God's ears.
Oh yeah, I will pray for you. I will pray for you. I will keep you in my pearls, and like and also like I said I gotta let's pray. That's what I do with my parents. I pray for Queen. I pray for everyone. You know what I'm saying. I pray for people who need the guidance, need help to guide them the right direction. You know what I'm saying. I help them people in different type of ways of helping them get their self together, actually as fixing themselves, how to work on themselves first before they help somebody else. So that's what type of guy I am. You know what I'm saying? I would never say I'm better than no one else because I'm not. All I'm saying is, what I'm saying, if you need guidance and need somebody to pray for you, pray over you, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I will pray for you and help you to hopefully you'll get past the dramatizing dramatizing system you in. So my prayers always go out to people like that.
Well, that's nice, Timothy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Timothy. Well, the Copper, thank you for coming up and sharing your story. I've been waiting to hear that story forever.
Yeah, it wasn't that deep. It was just a situation. That's why I was like, yeah, I can understand that because one little incident, I thought I was gone. I was like, my life over. But
Nope, it ain't over. God didn't say it was over.
mhm,
Yeah. Yeah, so always tell your story and don't let nobody tell you not to tell your story. I'm talking about everybody have a story. Don't let nobody shame you for your story. It's your story, okay?
mhm.
And we'll
So yeah,
leave it just like that.
take care. I enjoyed y'all again tonight.
I know. And be sure to listen to the beginning of everything I said, where I was or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. I enjoyed y'all. I'm happy I did come live. Shout out to the person that said, go live. Yep.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
out there. If
that's
you know
good.
you need that one good girlfriend to come pull you out the house. As a girl, get up. You got to get out this funk. You got to get
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
reality.
yeah. You gotta get it back. Gotta get back to reality. You gotta drag you back into reality. Gotta say, come on, girl, get up. Let me hold you. Put you on your high heels. Let me break it back to God. Let me take you out and get you out the castle and and celebrate the reality your future is holding for you. Cause you got something good is coming. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Oh my, I feel it in my soul. Oh my goodness, I feel it. I feel the miracles is coming right now. Oh my goodness, man. It's like this. A person could talk about me all they want to and this that, but let me tell you something, Kareem. I love myself so much, and I love my neighbor so much, and my my love I spread it out through the world. I let everyone know. You can hate me, you can hate me. You can love me, you can love me. But I'll tell you what, I would treat everyone the same, no matter what,
Well, thank
no
you
matter
so
what.
much, Timothy, for coming up. I appreciate you. And
No, no
that
problem.
was Dee's first time gracing the castle panel ever. D Shields. Woohoo. Mm.
Oh yes, yes, that's the first time. Yeah, actually I like when see I like when people come in and feel comfortable. See, that's the good problem. That's the good thing. When people come in on your panel and speaking facts, but at the same time speaking that heart out, giving that heart to you, but at the same time just expressing themselves. And the way they're doing it, It's so powerful and strong. And let me tell you something. And I feel it in my soul because when I was talking, I felt it in my spirit. Woo! I felt it. I felt it. I felt it.
Yeah.
You won't believe what the. It's a reason why I'm quiet. Cause when you feel it in your soul, you feel it in your spirit, you be like, oh man, you can feel it. Cause you know they're telling the truth. You could feel it. You could feel it. I could feel it. It's like something like that. That make this see that's what make this channel make your platform strong as it could be. Cause when people come in and expressing their feelings, and the next person will say, "Oh, okay, maybe I need to open up. I need to come on the panel next time." The next person gonna say, "Oh, I need to come on the panel next time." So it gonna keep growing. Cause watch and see, it will get better for you, Queen. Watch and see. Open your eyes. You will see the truth is
Okay.
coming. And I want to say thank you for helping me on. Cause let me tell you something. The I know the panel we did. It was laughing and joking. The couple panels we did before. It was what Golden was up here. We was joking and laughing and that panel right there. He won't believe. I was thought about that panel and I was laughing. Cause I thought about the things I said, things what Golden said, and things you said. It was funny and see, this type of stuff go last forever. Go last
I'm gonna put
forever.
it. I'm gonna put it back up as soon as I get off here, off this live. I'm gonna take it. I can put it back up. That was days ago. It was on
Yes,
membership.
yes, yes. And
I
look, it
don't
was
listen to it. Yeah, I laughed. Y'all was funny.
yes, because you got to give people. See, you got to give people the opportunity to experience what we experienced. How good, yes, how good it was. So I
Yeah.
want whoever watching right now. I want y'all to because she gonna pick it up again, and I want y'all to watch the broadcast when we did, and watch and see. Y'all gonna be laughing when y'all watched it. Y'all gonna be laughing like all night. Y'all gonna be laughing. Y'all might not be go to sleep. Y'all gonna be laughing. Y'all might watch it 3, 4, 5 times today. I'm telling you right now, cause I go watch it. I could watch it probably 7, 8 times. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
but I'm gonna do it right. Just give me like 10 minutes. It's gonna be on my community tab. I'm gonna reshare it.
Okay. I'll give you 10 minutes. I want to thank you for having me on Queen Council, and it's always been a blessing, and I always been grateful for you bringing me into your council, and
Thank you.
even though we were missing for a good couple of days because I was not on the council, no lights was on, the lights was off, and nobody was in the council, but now you home. I
Yeah.
want to welcome you home. Welcome home, Queen Castle.
Hey,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Have
Good
a
night.
good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you all for coming up and gracing the Castle panel. Shout out to D Shields. This was her first time ever gracing the Castle panel. And I appreciate that. Shout out to Warlord. Warlord, that was an awesome live that you had earlier. I don't know if you're still up in here, but yeah, I wasn't there in the beginning, but I came like somewhere. I know he had a guest. So if you miss Warlord's live, you could check it out, y'all. Okay? If a mod want to drop his link for me, I don't mind. Okay? And yeah, I enjoyed it. He was sharing his story about, I actually forgot to tell you in the beginning, he was sharing his story about his journey. I'm not going to tell you too much. If you want to know what happened, go check it out. Okay? It was him and his friend, and it's very interesting. It's worth listening to. All right. But yeah, shout out to everybody that came through, and shout out to the mods that held the chat down. I appreciate it. All right. Shout out Drea, Platinum, and I agree with what Timothy said about planting seeds because that's the last live I mentioned the case. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Okay. And I promise I'm gonna be better next time. If I know I'm not coming live, I'll just try to at least make a post. Okay. I'm not going to disappear for days anymore. He said, sorry about the first one. I wasn't supposed to go live yet. But yeah, I had came back on the second one. He said Warlords Live. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth listening to. All right. See y'all later, guys. Have a good night, okay? See y'all later.
We done talking, now it's time to log. Ain't no back and forth, I don't argue in blogs. Said what I meant and I meant that clear. Soft voice, sharp truth, cut clean in here. No chaos, no shouting, no drag for free. Just calm, cold facts with a little hot tea. If you came for the mess, baby, this ain't that. This castle built peace, yeah, we handle it flat. Don't wait on a clap back, I don't do performing. I exit with a beat, drop and leave without warning. Grown women talk, this the closeout flow, where the vibe gets soft, but the pressure still shows. Subscribe if you get it, join if you bold. The membership heat ain't never been told. We spilling that first, real light, real still, but it cut through fake like a whisper will. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of eye, peeped it, but I won't move for you. I'm signed off calm, no extra scene. Just lace on my steps and a crown that's clean. So catch me next drop, or don't at all. This castle don't chase, queen answers a call. The vibe don't yell, it just echo right. Now dim the screen down, we done, good night. Good night, good loves. Thank you so much for coming to the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, we ask you, subscribe. But if you really want to be part of the family, become a member. That's where the tea spilled first. Quiet, clean, and always back. Till next time. Walk good, stay wise. And mind how you move